I'm just here to look good.
You say, "Oh yeah," and we live. Yes, I'm live again with the fellas in the house. And I swear, man, I ain't been over here with y'all in a long time, and I'm just finna have a good time with the brothers. And this is the open mic night. Enter at your own risk. And no topics. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no nothing that we could just have to hold. No topic that we have to just frame out everything at. We just just getting it in, man. Just kicking it, chopping it up.
What's up? What's up to the planet Earth? Much love, much respect. We got the mad scientist in the house.
Yo, what's up? This the Mad Scientist. You can check me out on Facebook, um, Eric the Mad Scientist, my TikTok, Eric the Mad Scientist, my YouTube, Eric the Mad Scientist, my other YouTube, Gabriel Malakia, my TikTok, Gabriel Malakia, my Facebook, Gabriel Malakia and Eric Trueheart, and my Instagram, Trueheart30.
Oh yeah. So what's the word, fellas, man? What's been going on out there, man, in this old big old cruel world, man, since the last time we all sat up there and kicked it, man. Myself personally, I haven't been over here, just setting up shop, man, probably since like the early part of January, damn near. So
Well,
yeah,
honestly, lately I've been trying to figure out how I can help people more. Start a nonprofit or something.
how's it going?
Well, it's all right. I'm already affiliated with an organization called the Already Perfect Foundation with a good friend of mine. So I'm trying to branch it out here in Massachusetts.
What kind of services?
Um, we deal with a lot of veterans like myself, people dealing
Yeah.
with depression, PTSD. You can find it on Facebook. It's called the Already Perfect Foundation.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what's up.
I got a friend that might want to join that.
Yeah, man. I'm always open for phone calls. I talk to a lot of people every week.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm not no mad scientist, but I try to give good advice.
So tell me, uh, so with the a nonprofit, uh, like what type? Is it a way like let's say for instance what we got going on with the YouTube thing and the spreading of the message and the word and stuff like that? Is there a way that nonprofit could benefit us or work for us?
Absolutely. It depends on how much you want to help people because it's charitable work. So first and foremost, people come first. So you're not in it for money.
Yeah.
But the answer is yes.
So a person who's into nonprofit, basically he's more so charitable. Forget about your life, forget about what you got going on. Just get whatever. Use yourself as a conduit for the government, and the hell with
No,
your
no, no,
life.
no. I would disagree with that because that's a horrible way to look at it. And I think a corrupt people might run it like that. But if you have any sort of integrity, you're not going to run it like that.
I'm saying how. I mean, is there any way that the person that any monies, right?
Yeah, they make money because
Fund,
most of them.
hold up, like funds or tax breaks or I mean anything that's like an incentive to
Yes,
make a
it's called a
person want.
501(c)(3)
Yeah,
tax 501(c) tax break, like TD Snakes' church, Creflo Money Man.
yeah.
And I hear about that shooting at Joel Osteen's church last week.
Oh wow, yeah. That was the night of the Super Bowl.
Man, people gone lost their damn minds with the 5-year-old kid as a shield.
Yep. That was down in Houston.
You think that was a clone, Eric, or a demon?
Just a mentally ill person.
I don't mean to laugh at the situation, but I'm trying to figure out. Me and Eric were talking about the show how we can get a clone righteously.
What you mean righteously?
Well, like so I'm not committing a sin, so I don't have
Um,
to go to work.
how you know what's the sin against cloning?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was
I
just.
mean, I think it's probably unethical.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. They ain't having clone humans yet, from what I know. They
All
just.
right, they're definitely cloning people. They put the clone of the poodle on Time magazine in 2017. You don't think they're doing it to people?
I mean, they're not out in the openly doing it.
We're walking around clones every day. We just don't know.
I mean, if people know how cloning work, they would know that that it was doesn't work like that. But you know,
Now we know we're not clones because we know we're real.
now I'm talking about the process of cloning. A lot of people just don't know. They like a lot of people I argue with think that it's machines that clone people and like they make a whole grown person. You know, clones don't work. You for a person to clone somebody and have them in the same age, they would have to clone them as a baby.
That's
Like
true.
if you
But
clone
I'm
somebody at
also the
30 years
person that
old,
says Terminator was a documentary.
How about this? I got a scientific question. What
uh,
about stem cells? What if I could just cut off a piece of your finger or grow stem cells and grow it from your DNA from there? You can't do it like that.
I mean, like I said, they'll try. Like the way science work is, they create a blueprint and they work on it and they do it and they do it to perfect it, and they're not gonna put it out until they either can perfect it. But then you got to worry about there's groups out here, like human activists and stuff that goes against it, and they try to create laws for them not to be able just to keep funding and stuff. But stem cells, the more they mostly getting these stem cells from dead babies because a stem cell is a lot of them get stem cells from either abortions or the baby abortions or they get it from dead embryos that they do clone. So they do clone, but they clone it in the time and they clone it in the sense of they just clone it into a clone embryo, and then they take the stem out of that. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't fully ever grow into a human. So it's
But
Well, don't a
can't
lot of people like Joe Rogan use it for injuries? It's banned in the USA, but
Yeah,
like they
they're
go to
using
jail.
it for they're using it to tell you they're trying to heal people. I don't know what is the thing
yeah
Michael J. Fox said that he shakes. They're trying to use it
Parkinson's
for
disease, right?
they're trying to use it for stuff like Parkinson's disease
yeah
and
and that
stuff like that.
and in that particular case,
In
you don't
I don't.
necessarily have to use a particular baby, but you if like a person and they use you trying to get stem cells and medications and stuff, what can't you get it from like a piece of your own tissue and they make stem cells out of that?
So you talking about like rejuvenation, like if you lose a finger, be able to take something and then create another finger? You mean like
No,
that?
no, I'm just saying like just take any piece of your DNA from any a finger, a piece of skin, a
Uh huh.
cut a piece of spit, a hair follicle. I mean, can't they? I mean, from what I've known, that anything that on you that got DNA, they could take a stem cell from it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but what you mean? Like, what do you actually what they do with the stem cell?
Now that's what I'll be asked. That's what I'm trying to ask you, pretty much. With those types of stem cells, and they have taken them, what do they do with them?
Um,
If they not using them to clone you or to create your own type of genetic medicines, you know what
well,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's I because you have a black market science that where it's bunch of it's scientists who actually do stuff on the low that people don't know. So they are trying to see if they can create a human without having to emerge the
The
woman
egg
and
and the
man.
sperm.
Yeah, but cloning, like, all right, let's go to cloning. Cloning, right? Cloning is not a man's sperm. A man's sperm is a sperm is your whole another being. Anything that lives dies. So the sperm is a being, is a living being. What they do is they take your cell, your blood cell. Your cell is you. Your cell helps you make you. Your cell is you.
Yeah,
So what they do is they take your cell, they takes the woman uterus out, they put the cell inside of the egg. They put the egg in a machine. They fuse it together because it's not naturally supposed to fuse together. So they fuse it together into an embryo. Then they take that embryo. They put it in the back. They put the uterus and the embryo back into another woman. She's called a surrogate.
What? You better get
And
your
then, and
pencil
then
and
she
paper,
posts.
world.
And
We got the
then
mad
she
scientists in the house.
and then she supposed to birth it. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the clone is made. But that's why I tell people they have not made any bean without that process because
Eric, where's Fauci? Get him on the show.
yeah, yeah, Fauci on the chain. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of people believe that it's a machine. Like my cousin, he tried to tell me, man, he tried to argue me, it's a machine that they could just make humans. And I said, well, what's the process? Because that's how I get people. I can tell you how cloning works. If you can't tell me how this machine works, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Now,
You
does
just
a
talking.
clone have to start as a baby?
Yes, the clone has to start as a baby because the
What
process.
about they clone Tyrone? Did you see that movie?
Yeah, clone Tyrone wasn't about cloning.
What do you mean it
I
wasn't
know.
about cloning though? It's
Look
called They Clone Tyrone.
look up the guy that made the movie and look up his explanation of why he made the movie, and people are going to be amazed. He did. It has nothing to do with cloning.
Yeah,
I
but there's
know about.
clones in it.
It's a whole
I know
message. There's a
about.
whole message behind it.
I know about cloning, and that's why I asked like the stem cell question,
Yeah,
because I mean I'm a licensed medical marijuana grower, right?
yeah,
And I've grown marijuana, right? I've
yeah,
grown, and I know how to clone them, right?
yeah,
And we take the stem cells pretty much. Pretty
yeah,
much we take the stem, pretty much the actual stem,
yeah, yeah. Put it in the
right? We
ground. Yeah,
take right, and we take the stem cell, and it rejuvenates the whole plant over
yeah, yeah.
again.
Yeah. That's
That
what.
very that
I,
very same identical plant.
that's why I said I'm glad you said that word. You just said rejuvenate.
Yeah,
So that's why I say you talking about rejuvenation. Like
yeah,
they almost there. They did it with a rat. This
yeah,
dude needed an ear, and they put they grew the ear out the rat body because the ear a rat is closer to us in DNA too. So they grew the ear, cut it, and they supposed to say that they can actually make his ear off of that.
yeah.
So yeah, they're trying to rejuvenate, meaning if you cut something off or get something cut off, they're trying to figure out a way to get your stuff, to get your DNA and stuff, and then be able to rejuvenate it, meaning to grow another one and then put it on you.
Now, can we
Yeah.
use this technology to benefit humankind, or is it? I mean, I know
Science,
people are
science
always
is
going to make it
created.
evil.
Science is this is what scientists think. Scientists think that we only die because of diseases. We don't die because of age. So scientists believe that's why they made a thing called genetic. Y'all heard of Chris?
Yes.
Chris is genetic scissors where they go inside. They want to go inside your body and they want to cut the diseases out your DNA. Right, so they go in your DNA, your genes, and they want to cut the diabetes out. They want to cut the cancer that's been passed down from your ancestors. They want to cut all this stuff out because they believe they can get the disease out your body if you eat right. If we don't get all this toxic in us, that a person can basically live forever.
And
They
what do
want
you? Well, we know that's not true, but what do you
yeah
think?
yeah
I mean, because I'm saying, like, okay, imagine that they've done that. What
mhm,
about all of the pollution that the society is
yeah
constantly regenerating? I mean,
yeah
I can't believe. I mean, oxygen more than anything.
yeah
Oxygen is the most important element of survival, and with
yeah
this dirty and filthy air that is being in our city, especially big city, Boston, Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You know, your big city, your city areas. You know, where if there's no factories, there's a lot of cars.
yeah.
You
I mean,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, I guess it's to the point that they think of just like I guess they could if they take a person and there's an experiment. They take this person, I guess, and grow them up into to where they wanted to take the disease out of them, to not have the toxic hit them, to not drink the bad. Because I
Now, do
mean,
you see why, as
it's a
human
lot of stuff.
beings,
It's a lot of stuff that this person can't do. Like he got to watch the water he drinks. Our water is toxic. Our air is toxic. Our food
Yeah,
is toxic. So,
yeah.
but they
you
believe
know
that.
who's toxic
You didn't
too?
clean yourself out just to filter yourself out in moments notice.
Yeah.
Evil, devilish, retarded men. That's
and
toxic.
and and if you know how the body works, right? You
Yeah,
know, we're dealing with toxins in the body. You
yeah,
know, people don't understand that chemically, evil thoughts turns into toxins inside your body.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, you better hear him talking.
yeah,
Say that again.
Evil thoughts. So
No.
what you gonna do?
Yep.
You gonna cut your which one of your ancestors you gonna go through and cut them wicked ass thoughts out?
yeah.
I don't know. I got to go through my
I
tree. My
n-
ancestors
n-
came over and killed a whole nation of people. So most of those people.
Yeah,
Hold on,
that's what I'm saying. And
hold on.
and we need to learn how to figure that one out.
Hold on. Let me ask you this now, right? Because I don't believe you can live forever, but I believe it might can put 100 extra years on you. It might can put
Yeah.
200. I don't know, but
Well, we're being
I have you have you
poisoned by the food supply.
let me ask you this, because this is what science say, and I'm just going by what science say. How do y'all know anybody that actually died from natural causes and didn't have a that died just for what you call natural causes?
No, I don't know anybody personally, but I think death is as natural as life.
All right.
Okay.
I'll say that I know someone who has that kind of like on their birth certificate, on their death certificate, right? But
Mm.
then also, but those natural causes were diseases. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but I'm saying that I do know someone who over in Israel, right? There was a young man over in Dimona, Israel, man, like back in the '90s, man, like
Uh-huh.
this real super intelligent guy, man. And I always wondered, man, this guy had just fell asleep one night and never woke up, man. I almost wondered, was it foul play? You know what I'm saying? They
I
say
mean,
this
most
brother
likely it
just
was.
they just say he died of natural causes, bro. There can't nobody detect nothing. They did autopsies on him, I guess. I mean, they couldn't find why
I
this
would
dude
say God
died.
just took him home. We're not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. That's why I wake up praising God.
Because see, because this is the problem that I have. I mean, because I'm like 50-50 with it. Like, I don't believe you can live forever, but I
What you mean
believe that
50-50?
I believe that everybody that dies from something. Like, you
Yeah.
just don't, like, your heart stopped, but your heart stopped maybe because you caught a blood clot. You know what I mean? You might caught an aneurysm. You might caught a stroke while you were asleep. You might have sleep apnea. You
See,
might
but
got
some of
cancer.
those questions
Didn't
are
know it.
humanly
But
impossible to
but
answer.
I do when I was reading the scriptures, God first there's two ages that God promised, man. First was 120, then
Yeah,
it dropped down to like 70, right? You
yeah.
know, and that being the case, I just believe that you can die of old age. And at 120, you are old ass dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, you are.
Didn't well
But I'm saying you
see
still,
what
but
I've
that
read in the
old person
scriptures when they
still
used to live
dies from
900 years,
a sickness. You know what I mean?
it's because the food
I can,
wasn't poisoned. We're being poisoned by the food.
But I'm saying old people still die from a sickness.
Yeah, but they die because of old too. Their immune system's not as good.
no, I just think that just shit just get old and just get slow.
Now we're talking about basic stuff,
You
life
know what
and
I'm
death.
saying? Shit just get worn. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, but
Correct.
I mean, but see that what I'm saying, what they're talking about, and I understand what y'all saying. They're talking about something that's not natural because the stuff that's happening to us is. I mean, I would say as natural as it can get. Even though we got bad food and stuff, it's still our reality that most of us is going to die 50. Well, let me not say no ages. My bad. But you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying,
No, I
like,
agree. But Eric, you look at the back of any food product, you don't know what the hell is in the
yeah,
ingredients.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like my great uncle, he died in '97. Right? He still was
Wow.
working. He still was working on stuff.
Yeah,
He ate from the ground. You know what I'm saying? But his body still was deteriorating because where he was
yeah,
working at the factory he was working in, the stuff he
yeah.
was doing, some of the food that he couldn't
A
grow his
Legionnaire's
own.
disease,
Yeah,
breathing
you
in
know what I'm
bad
saying?
air.
So I'm just like, and he was kind of healthy at 97. I mean, he
I
was healthy as
mean,
some motherfuckers I seen at 50. So it's
but
like,
ev- but everything on Earth matures, though. I mean,
yeah,
why it would be ludicrous to say, okay, this apple on this tree, it goes through a process and it matures. The watermelons, the animals, right? Even the
yeah.
water. But humans wouldn't. They just stay young for forever. That
Well, well,
crazy. That's
well,
not. That's not.
see, science don't work. See, science don't work like it's going to say we're going to try to make people in the whole world live forever. Science is more like is like you said, is a
Yeah,
theory
but
based.
Eric, the Luciferians are trying to live forever. They're trying to merge
Yeah,
with
yeah,
robots.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Hold on, but what I'm saying is science don't really work as trying to make every science is more like I have this theory and let me test it out. So let's say they might grow a baby or buy a baby from somebody. I don't know how they get babies. I don't know, but let's say they grow this motherfucker up in a scientific lab or room or house that they built them in, and then they give him certain foods that's not bad. They try to give him the best water he can drink. They try to they try to go in his genetics and get rid of his disease. How long can this person really live without these diseases, without this bad food, without this bad water, without this bad oxygen? How long can this person actually survive? You see what I'm saying?
Welcome to
Not
the
saying
open
he ain't,
mic night.
not saying he ain't gonna die. Not saying he not
This
gonna
is what
die.
happens when you get the mad scientists in the house.
I mean, not saying he not gonna die, but how long will he actually last? Could he last in 200-300 years? Do y'all
You know
think
what
he
you
can
should do, Eric? You should write for Chinese food fortune cookies. You'd make $1 million.
last? But do you think he can last 200-300 years?
A man that's merged with a robot, maybe.
I'm saying it
I
don't
mean,
have no disease.
have you ever read about the guy in China who ate the goji berries, man, like 300-400 years?
Yeah, I heard about it. I mean, I think the oldest person is what, like 120?
What do you think about that, though? Do you think that's a reality, or do you think they just made that story up? I mean, they
I
really
mean,
have an
people told
actual.
me. I
They
mean,
really have an actual body, a
oh,
human
well,
body in a cemetery that story is attributed to.
I
Well,
mean, if
they
it,
froze Ted Williams, thinking they can put him back to life.
yeah, I
They
don't
did
know. I
what?
mean,
Ted
How
Williams, the
long they
Boston
freeze
Red
them?
Sox.
How
Yeah,
long they freeze them?
I think he's still cryogenically frozen now.
Ted Kennedy.
Ted Williams, yeah.
Wow.
that
Which
Ted
is really
Kennedy.
dumb because if you kill all the cells, you idiot, you can't bring them back to life.
And let's get to this. Let's get
Well,
to this.
I had my science teacher told me when I
Uh,
was in like the 10th grade that they could freeze you at absolute zero, and they can pull you right back. Long as you're frozen at absolute zero.
See, he might have graduated from the HOK, so I don't
I
know
mean,
how much truth that is.
I mean,
I don't know. What I do know,
me studying is
hold up. What I do know is that he was a teacher in one of Detroit's most prolific academic high schools.
Okay, so that's some credibility, but I don't know the answer
Yeah.
to that question.
I
He's
mean,
probably right.
what I would say is it matters what they're talking about because you freeze the body, right? Let's say you freeze the body. You stopping the organs, you stopping the oxygen from going to the brain. The oxygen can't. If you stop the oxygen from going to the brain
That is correct.
for 10 minutes, you're gonna be completely
Now,
dead.
Eric,
So,
I went to paramedic school for the Air Force, right? And
yeah,
you are correct biologically.
yeah. So what I'm saying is now if they hook them up to
But
some type of oxygen machine,
was they froze
I
at
don't know then.
absolute zero?
Listen, if you go asystole, which means your heart stops, it's called asystole. You have to get your heart started within like a couple minutes, or you're dead.
Yeah.
Why? Because your brain loses oxygen and you die.
Yeah, when your
And you're
heart
not
pumps, it pumps blood and it pumps
So
oxygen with it, and then
so what?
and your brain
So
has to get the
what I'm
oxygen.
saying is that this teacher who's graduate. I mean, because I just don't believe colleges when you dealing in stuff like science and I just don't believe that they going to graduate a surgeon who just unqualified to do surgery.
I
You know what I'm
agree with that.
saying? I
I've had
just don't
many
believe that,
surgeries. I
man.
would
You know
never
what I'm
go under the
saying?
knife if I
Yeah,
didn't have faith in them.
yeah. These people who graduate with high degrees, I'm a person who's been through that type of rigor. I don't believe that they're just going to graduate idiots
Well, would you go
in
to the
that
deli in the
particular class.
supermarket and say I need an
I
ACL
mean,
repair?
but like I
Yeah.
said, a lot of these people have it's just like historians. A lot of these people base stuff off theories. It's a process.
Yeah, but
They don't,
Eric,
they
me,
don't
you, and
really.
Yasha can't perform open brain surgery like Ben Carson.
Yeah,
So Yasha's right. I mean, listen, I've had like 5 surgeries, and trust me, I had faith in them. They weren't a baker.
yeah. No, I mean they're good at their profession. Just because you're a brain surgeon don't mean you know that you can freeze a motherfucker at 0 degrees and he's
Well,
gonna
that's
live. You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That is true.
I'm just saying because science has to be proven and studied. So if they bring in if they unfreeze him and he live again, then they can say, oh yes, science proves that this happened. But if
If
they
this
never ever did
motherfucker
it
came back
before,
unfrozen, I would
it's more.
come
It's
on.
just if they never did it yet, it's just a theory. That's all I'm saying. It's not something that they can say that's a fact yet.
Yeah,
Now,
but
would you consider
back when
that
I
a
was in high
zombie?
school in the '90s, what I'm saying is I'm a little older than you guys, right? And I'm saying like back in the '90s when this was told to me, it was told to me by a science teacher who was a science fanatic. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Love
What was
science.
the
You know what
theory,
I'm saying?
Yasha,
Nerd.
again?
You know, it wasn't a theory. He just said that people have been frozen at absolute zero, and if you freeze them at absolute zero, you can bring them back. And they were saying how back, and it was big talk back in the '80s how rich people wanted to be froze at absolute zero for scientific
Well, that's what
study and
happened to
all
the woolly mammoths, right?
I guess that I don't know what he's frozen at, so I'm not the one to answer that. But all I'm doing is just telling the story, of my experience long time ago, and in that experience, this man was projecting these ideas as if those scientists have already done these things.
I mean, now, if you're talking about freezing somebody to zero and then bringing them right back, maybe so. But I was saying freezing somebody and then thinking 100 years that you just gonna unfreeze them. I don't know. I can't. I don't know because I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
saying.
what he was. That's what he was talking about,
Yeah,
like
I
freezing
just
them
saying. I just saying. I don't. All I know enough. I
and
just
bringing
know
them
enough
back
that
10, 20,
I just know enough.
50,
I just know
100
enough.
years later.
I just know enough. You have to breathe, and if your brain don't get a certain amount of air at a certain, if I'm dying right now, my heart stop, and I just don't get oxygen to my brain. If that ambulance don't come get me in 10 minutes, I'm dead. So maybe they know something about that freezing. Maybe the freezing does something that we just don't know. But I'm just saying, by me understanding oxygen, you need the shit. So it's like if you in that ice and you ain't breathing. And oxygen not going to your brain, what's keeping him alive? Like, what's
Yeah, and
keeping
that
him
that
from not
would
just all
be
the way down?
that would be my thought, but I am so far away from science. As a studier, I just know shit and I hear shit, but I'm not to the point with science to where I'm able to challenge nobody.
But you know what? I'm glad you said that because now I would have looked that up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go look that
I'm
up.
not to the point to where
That
I can
sounds
say that.
interesting.
I'm not to the point to where I can say that man was lying.
No,
I would just have to
I ain't
ask
saying
ask
I ain't saying
questions.
they lying. I'm just saying if he can show me about the if he can show me the process of how that body still can maybe get oxygen or how he keeps it alive, I mean from not dying all the way, then I'd be like, okay. I'm just saying that's just my question about it. Like if he had an answer to it, then that's fine. But
Right.
I haven't heard his whole thing how he's talking. I'm just getting
Yeah,
it from
we
what
didn't.
you
I mean,
said.
we was in like the what maybe the 10th, 11th grade. He wasn't breaking that kind of shit down to a bunch of hood. I mean, he was really getting on our asses because the kids in the class were just so uninterested in science. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And he was pretty much trying to show us about all of the scientific breakthroughs that the world had found and why we so behind because we don't care about science.
And you know what? That's why. And people ask me why I call myself the mad scientist. I said
You know,
because I studied things that I studied orthodox science. I studied science that people don't talk about, and I'm letting people know that this shit is happening. And while
You
you ain't paying attention
so
to
you're
it,
saying you're
it's
shadow
still.
banned?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like like people not talking about cloning. People not talking about the chip. People not talking about how
We
they
talking
putting.
about it, bro,
Yeah,
because we
how
know.
they not how they not putting.
Listen,
They got to hold
NASA's
on.
trying to merge with robots and have a breakaway society.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like
Come on, man.
they gotta jump like this dude right now. He got a Google headphone jump where he put this shit on his head and it's attached to his brain. So anything you ask him, it
That's crazy.
automatic, Google automatic answer for him, and
Say
he
what you
answers
want about
on his
Elon
own.
Musk. Anyone trying to put a chip in my brain, I don't trust.
You see what I'm saying? Like
they'll
they
plug your ass up to the wall.
yeah they doing
Fuck
it
yes.
they doing a lot of things, a lot of different sciences and technology that we are
Now
not
let
paying
me ask you
attention
this,
to.
Eric. What does God think about this?
I mean, God already told you that they was going to try to create a whole nother. Uh,
Ooh, the eagle nations make their home amongst the stars. That's you, Elon.
and when I
Repent.
say when I believe when they say even though I don't believe in like that's when I believe in I like that part when they say they broke breath into the life of this beast and
Right.
that's
Yafa,
and
you caught that scripture from Isaiah, right?
I was in the refrigerator grabbing on some of
It
this
said the
good
eagle
old.
nations make their homes amongst the stars.
Hey, I'm
Repent,
grabbing this
Elon.
good old ever fresh
well yeah that's talking
pineapple juice.
about well see that's already happened because these people have
Listen,
put
we didn't go
settle
to the moon. We're in a dome.
yeah well nah well
They tried to blow up the dome in the 60s.
well, I'm just saying they putting these satellites out here. They got these space stations. They already in the sky to the
Yeah,
point
but they're
where
still under the dome. That's why the Bible says, "I will open up the windows of heaven."
Well, I mean, I don't, I mean, if you want to believe
Don't
in
you
it,
know?
don't, that's fine. But
Don't you
I'm
know
just,
how some guys? Don't you know how some guys is able to? They can hear the Bible, they can quote the Bible, but they know it, but they don't know it to the point to where they can challenge anybody.
yeah,
Well, the
You know what I'm
United
saying?
Snakes of
And,
America tried
and,
to
I'm,
blow
and I
up the
say that
dome.
because there's a lot of people who know the Bible like that. They know it, and this is the reason why they can be easily misled. They
yeah,
know that word, but they easily misled by any Tom, Dick, and Harry talking crazy
Well,
about it.
even the
You
devil was
know,
great at scripture.
so I'm saying that's how I am with science. I know these things. I know what certain things mean, but I don't know it to the point to where I could challenge anybody.
yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
would
I mean,
take
it's
my
not,
money on you any day. You're not.
it's
I think you're pretty sharp.
well. See, because I love science. Like I've been studying science my whole. Like I just love science, and I love the way, and I know these things. I know that if they haven't done it, I know they're trying. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it has been done. I'm not saying it hasn't been done, but I know goddamn well they trying because if they
Yeah.
do. That's what they do. They do
So
this stuff and
maybe we
they
should
study
take
for
the
years
mad
and years and
scientist out
years
and
and
just
years.
put
So maybe
the
10 years,
scientist.
maybe 10 years from now, they might
10 years from now, we're gonna have mechanical. We're gonna
yeah,
have
so they
the
might have
Terminator.
that shit might come out 10 years from now,
I
15 years
told you
from
the
now. They might
Terminator was a
actually have that.
document.
They might actually have that process going on.
What are the vegans
That's
gonna
what
do
I'm.
with no guns? Throw the recipes at the robots?
Hey, you cut me off, man. I'm trying to talk.
Go.
All right, well, what I'm saying is they got a process. They got a process of when they do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And after years and years after they do it, they got, like I said, they had to perfect it because they can't just put it out. Because you got to realize they got to put out in front of people and say, "This is what we did. This is what we found out," and that shit has to work in front of them
And that's
for it get to pass through government and do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot
so
of
you
process they have to do
so
for
what
it to
you
be
saying is that
legalized.
they probably was on to something, and it ain't perfected to the point to where they can bring it out.
So do
Yeah.
they hide it in plain sight?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
it's
They
not
would
really
have.
hiding. It's studying. Let's say you studying on something, you working on a project. You're not gonna let nobody see it until you finish it, right? You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna test it out and that shit don't have it halfway work and say, oh, let me just go in front of somebody and still try to get them to say this
Well,
shit.
you can
You
actually
know what I
have the
mean?
car. You can actually have the car ready in full model, but it still has to be tested. It has to be put on the road.
So I
You
think that's
understand
true
what I'm
for
saying?
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But like the crash test dummy, those be the test model cars. Those cars are fully functionable cars. They ready to go,
yeah.
but
Like
they not ready to be released to the streets.
yeah, the
Well,
car the car that could drive by itself. Like you
Yeah.
could push it.
I seen a
I
taxi, Eric, driving
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. Like now the cars that when them first cars came out, like the people that you can push a button in your car and you can let the AI basically drive your car.
Oh
But
hell
a
no!
lot in a lot of states is illegal because they haven't perfected it yet. So you
Yeah.
will go to sleep and you push this thing and thinking this shit gonna drive you and it gonna cause you to
You
have
know
an
what demon's gonna possess that? You right off a cliff.
accident. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't really perfect it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they can't really do it. Because think about cloning. Think about what cloning is. Like that shit can cause a lot of damage. They don't know a lot of things is like religious people. They don't know if you clone a human. They don't know this motherfucker will have a soul in that. They don't even. That's a big argument.
Eric, you made a good point because I
Now
don't
think
think
about this.
clones
Now,
have souls.
when that teachers was saying those things, remember that he was getting on the class, right? And
Yeah,
when he was saying these things, the first thing that came to our mind as well as mine and anybody else's is like, how is this person going to breathe and he's froze? How is he going to live and
yeah.
he ain't
That's
breathing?
what I said.
You know,
I would like to
He's
see. I would like to hear.
frozen. These
That's what I
people are
said. I would
dumb.
like to hear.
and the students really just didn't want to hear him. They pretty
That's
much,
what I would have liked to hear. I would like to
they
hear
had
the
the
answer.
attitude like the guys on the HOK have when the scholars come, they just block him right the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like he
That's
Just
what I
just
said.
making
talking
stuff up.
crazy.
I would have liked to hear his answer when they asked him that. Then I could
Yeah.
get more of a clearer understanding.
Get Nutter on here. We'll
Well,
ask
I
him
don't know
about
his
the
answer.
frozen
he
cryogens.
didn't break all he didn't go all off into it. It's just as he was saying it, people smacking their hands and man, that shit
Yeah,
crazy, and they just downplayed it, and
but you know what,
I'll
yeah,
go off.
Maybe we'll get the All-Star team. Get Jabari on here, Reggie.
People wasn't even interested in trying to ask him how. So they just that shit sound crazy. I don't want to hear it, and I'm blocking it out.
I bet Jabari knows the answer.
But you know what, y'all said? It was a point in time when I thought it was a point in time when I thought it was crazy that motherfucker was gonna have a phone and they to look at each other in the phone in the video.
Well, Eric, you know this isn't human technology. How in the goddamn hell are you gonna go from rock and chisel to this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that we thought a lot of stuff was possible. We thought I ain't think of flying cars, but we got a flying car today. We got the first. You can buy the first flying car in Europe. The chip is already here. Like I said, tell people talking about the chip, but the chip has been here for 5 years.
We are talking to each other through an electronic device all across this country.
Exactly.
As a kid, believe it or not, that wasn't strange to me because, for one, the Jetsons, right? Number two, as you looked at the Jetsons, those things, like say the cell phone, right? Before the cell phone was popular, it wasn't hard to believe that you could be outside your house on the phone because rich people used to have them in their cars.
Yeah, but would you consider what we're doing right now impossible?
Yeah. What about the people that was in the army? They had them big ass Tupac cell phones on I Get Around. Those used to be military cell phones back in the 60s and shit.
Because if this was 100 years ago and we were doing this, people would think we're aliens and gods.
But what I'm saying is, the average person did not think that they would be walking around with some cell phone and with we understand that rich people had certain things we ain't had. We seen stuff on TV. But what I'm saying is, I ain't saying I ain't never thought it was gonna happen. I thought I did. Well, I'm gonna say I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm gonna say either some of us thought it was never gonna happen, or some of us thought it wasn't gonna happen this early. Like a lot of people think a lot of this stuff was going to happen in the future because we always saw in the future.
That was my mentality because the whole idea, you got to think of Hanna-Barbera, and the purpose of him making cartoons. Cartoons is a modern day mythology.
Predictive programming.
Modern day propaganda, right? Yeah. So you got one cartoon that was always talking about what life is going to be like in the future, the Jetsons, and then
you got the Flintstones with Band-Aid.
Then you got the Flintstones that talk about all the way back in the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, I seen a GMS member with a real club, like Flintstones. Where do you even get that?
I don't know.
A real club, dude, like Flintstones.
But yeah, that's why I tell people we actually is the future. We're in the future. We are in the future that we was told that would happen. We just here, but it doesn't look exactly like what we thought the future was going to look like because it's still.
See, this is what happens. You get Eric in there, man.
It's still processing to that era.
The only thing that we don't have, in fact, we just surpassed the Jetsons by a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once we start opening portals, then it's on.
Yeah, but the only thing that we don't have that the Jetsons had is that it appears though the Jetsons fucked up the Earth because they all like lived in space. And they all had to fly around. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I want the technology that I can teleport like that.
You say
right
what?
Now.
I said I ain't never think about that. Why did they live up high in the air like that? They didn't live on like Earth.
Because they were retarded. They didn't even know what they were doing.
They lived in the future, so apparently they fucked up the Earth.
Did you see how bougie their stupid spaceships were?
Yeah, that was goofy spaceships.
Come on, man. You have the technology to go to space and ride around in a go-kart? But I want the technology to teleport. Like if I could go to Detroit right now. And I'm there.
Yeah, I guess we won't be going back with you.
Who said I wanted to go to Detroit?
Well, the way they teach teleportation, like in movies and stuff, I wouldn't want it because
Philip did it in the Bible.
That shit breaks down that shit will have to break down you into atoms and molecules and then
it's almost like
Eric. Before you
it's
go
almost
into that,
like going through dimensions and shit.
Remember when Philip baptized the eunuch and he teleported to it like miles away?
Nah, I ain't heard of that.
In the gospel, he baptized the eunuch. He was reading the book of Isaiah and he taught him the gospel and he baptized him and then he disappeared in a portal.
I don't know about that, but
it's in the Bible.
Yeah, I ain't never heard about that either.
Well, it's in there.
Pull it up. Hey, you just
type in Philip baptizes the eunuch.
Pull it up.
I'll tell you.
I wouldn't doubt it if it's in I wouldn't doubt it's in the New Testament. New Testament have all type of weird things going on like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you found the internet in the New Testament.
Chapter 8, verse 26.
Chapter 8. What is it? Your phone was skipping. Your computer.
Book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 20 through 30, probably.
And it reads,
Hold on. Let me get it. Can you still hear?
Philip clicked his feet and said there was no place like home.
Hey, come on, man. Don't be. That's even a low blow for me, man.
You
All right,
said
let me get the word of God
you
out
said
here.
teleport. I didn't say teleport, man.
Because
Damn,
when Massachusetts Mike brings out the Bible, it's game time. All right.
oh snap!
The book of Acts, chapter 8. Hear ye now the words of the one true living God. All right, boys. Now, I don't know if you're following along with me, but
No, we asked
You
you
said
to
Acts
go.
chapter. You said
okay.
Acts
Yeah,
8.
we asked you to go. We asked you to
Yep,
read
Acts
it.
chapter 8, and it
Mhm.
starts at about 35,
Okay.
34.
We asked you to go there and for you to read it. What you want us to do? Open it up there. We trust your word. Go.
Okay, so this is Acts chapter 8.
You waiting on us to open it up and find it. You supposed to be reading it, Mike.
I know. I'm 20 years younger. I should be doing the work. All right, so this is Acts 8 and 34. And the eunuch answered Philip and said, I pray thee, of whom speaketh the prophet of this? Of himself or some other man? Then Philip opened his mouth and began at the same time the same scripture and preached to him Jesus. And as they went on their way, they came into a certain water, and the eunuch said, See, here's water. Where does it hinder me to be baptized? And Philip said, If thou believe with all your heart, you may. And he answered and said, I believe that Christ is the Son of God. And he commanded the chariot to stand still, and they both went down into the water, and Philip baptized him. And when they were to come out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord caught away Philip, that the eunuch saw him no more, and he went on his way rejoicing. And Philip was found at Azotus, and passing through and preached in all the cities till he came to Caesarea.
Okay. Now, where the transportation at?
Verse 38.
Teleporting.
And he
Yeah, it says when
commanded
he came
chariots
out of
to
the
stand
water, the
still.
Spirit of the Lord caught him away, and he came up in a city called Azotus. That's Acts chapter 8, 34 through 40.
So if I went away, right, from here, right, from Dickerson Avenue, right, and I end up on College Street, I transported, I
I don't
teleported.
know. I would
Oh.
say cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You know, I was thinking about how crazy people would interpret that, like when he said, like that part when he said, like, the chariot stood still. Somebody would think that that mean the chariot stood still in the air. I took that to mean he parked the fucking chariot,
That's how
it
I took
stood
it.
still, and he got out the fucker and went into the
Yeah, so we
water.
talked about this. People think the Bible is a Harley Quinn novel,
I mean,
like The
that would
Hobbit.
have sounded like that would have sounded like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people think
but
the Bible is The Hobbit, a fable.
'Cause
That's why they think like that.
it says, and he commanded the chariot to stand still, and
Yeah,
they
he
went.
parked he parked it.
Yeah,
and
and it
like
said, and they
like
went down both
and
into the
look,
water.
Now, see,
and
the
like
HOK would say that.
that he had the chariot stand still right over the water.
And Jabari would say the chariot came from Kemet.
And but hold on, it
It was
says,
a flying saucer. He made the flying saucer stay
And it's
still
from
right there in
Kemet.
the middle of the
An-
air. He was
yeah, and
Ancient
it
moving.
Kemet.
said, and they went, and it said they went down both into the water. So they walked into the water, and then it said Philip baptized them.
And that was the
Yeah.
ancient Kemet tradition. These people wild as hell, man.
He made the chariot stare still in the sky, and then
He parked the damn
and look,
chariot.
and then the chariot just went into the fucking water.
I mean, come on. These people are retarded. Excuse my language. It was flying like Harry Potter. No, he parked.
No,
it.
he jumped out the chariot, got baptized first, and then
And then he pulled a Hermione. It's not Leviosa, it's Leviosa with the magic wand. And then he went to Hogwarts.
Oh man,
this is a damn shame, boys.
I'm just trying to figure something miraculous should have been taking place in there to make me think something miraculous for him to transport. Everything in that story sounded like a real natural occurrence.
Well, the Bible's full of things hard to believe.
No, I mean, but that was not hard to believe. That's something very simple to believe.
That he transported?
No, that he transported.
That he parked the damn car?
Not teleporting. Now that's hard to believe.
Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about. You're talking about parking the car.
Yeah, transporting, like going from one place to the next. Now that's easy to believe. Teleporting, like he just clicked his heel 2 times, no place like home.
Well, you're talking Stargate SG-1.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
But we can't say it didn't happen. Could have happened.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't go against or for the New Testament. I'll just let New Testament.
Well, we can't confirm nor deny. We're not the HOK.
Yeah, I just let New Testament people have what they believe, because I can't really tell them too much. I know that there's nothing that I could tell them, so I let them have what they do. I'm not in the business to be fighting on New Testament.
Well, what I like to do is stay away from opinions, because what does my opinion matter? Everyone's got an opinion. They're like buttholes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it happened. I wasn't there.
Yeah, well, I'll surely stay away from opinions.
I mean, I like to be a factual historian.
Yeah.
I mean, facts you can't dispute, because the definition of a fact is something that actually is real and happened and is documented.
Yeah.
Now the HOK will just make stuff up.
That which is the case.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric, this is a good question for you. In the especially the conscious community, how come they just make stuff up and they swindle people to believe in a fact that's a lie?
I like to be a runner-up for that answer.
Yeah, go for it. Open mic.
I say masonry.
Freemasonry? Okay.
Yep.
I would say they're about as low as a pickpocket con artist.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna say Freemasonry, con artists, power.
Well, look about cults. Jim Jones got people to drink Kool-Aid and kill themselves.
Power and the number one thing, money.
Hey, you know, Eric's always on top, man. You the MVP, bro.
And the reason why I say Freemasonry, because everybody gets up and tells me that you must believe in God in order to be a Mason. But Moody, why? They call him a little Lucifer. He don't believe in God. And
what Mason. God? Because they sacrificed the Molech.
He let him tell him he don't believe in no God. But
Freemasons don't believe no God of Israel.
But he big Mason.
Shit, the dude, I forgot his name. The dude that be on Information Age, he's a Mason, a Yogi, and a Luciferian. And he said,
he sounds like a real reliable source.
And he said one of them, you got to eat you got to drink your own sperm as a ritual.
All right, I gotta go, boys. It's been good. It's been a good, but see, this is what the people are talking about. This is a damn shame.
So I'm out here on that one.
You know the one I'm talking about, the one that his girlfriend was beating him up on the video on Information. You know what I'm talking about?
I kind of yeah.
Dude, the girl was beating him up in the room.
You talking about light skin, kind of big girl?
Yeah.
And she was beating up on yeah.
All right, so on the scale of mental illness,
I know
we're doing pretty good. We're not
I
that
can't think.
mentally ill.
I can't think of her name right now, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Eric, what you just said made me throw up.
I mean,
What
he
kind
said
of grown man?
he said he had to do it. I mean, to get in
Come,
there.
all right, dude. Get the guy on the phone.
I think it's to be a yogi because he was three different things. He was a yogi, Luciferian, and
First of
Mason.
all, why would you ever admit to that?
Yeah, I know that was crazy.
This is how sick these people are.
Oh my God, that guy got the okra throat.
Now we
Yeah,
just lost the whole audience.
Have you ever ate okra before? Like boiled okra, it'd be all slimy and shit.
hell no, I didn't know he did.
What about y'all? Y'all never ate okra? Okra actually good for you, but just because it's slimy like snot, you know what I'm saying? I just can't eat it, bro.
Yeah, I ain't know heard
And
of
this nigga over here drinking his own semen that's 12 times
All right.
slimier. This nigga crazy, dog.
There goes the whole show.
I mean, I think he said it's his semen. I can't remember. I hope. I mean, at least if he did do it, I hope it's his own shit. I mean, I don't know.
All right, I don't know this man, but God, just repent and it's gonna be okay, okay?
Ah
Yeah,
man, the Yahweh I serve ain't even trying to even accept that, bro.
hell no.
You
You
think?
see that's why a lot of people got to be Christians, because Yahweh don't forgive everything.
Well, at least Christianity don't preach eat your sperm.
Yeah, shit like that, perversion. Yahweh don't forgive shit like that, bro.
No,
Come
no.
on, man. Before God gave the laws in Leviticus, they were banging animals, man. They didn't know any better.
All right, well, if you
And your
bang
mother.
a well, one thing is for certain is that in any society, if there's no law, there's no crime.
Correct.
Just
But
like the
that's why
Bible.
God had to teach them to
If
bathe.
there's no if there's no sin, there's no transgression. I'm saying that if there was no law not to
He's
put
not
your
guilty.
not to put your penis inside of an elephant, I
Well, they
can't
didn't
say
know better.
yeah, I can't say you was wrong. But once
They were
there was a
ignorant.
law, the
But God
reality is
said, listen,
the
your pecker
reality
don't
is
go there.
the reality is once there is a law, we surely can say you're wrong for breaking that law.
And be
Yeah.
held accountable. They were stoning people left and right in ancient
You know,
Israel.
I'm trying to say that you may say that it's a crime and a sin to date a young girl,
Well,
12,
I agree,
13,
but back then there was
12,
no law.
13, 15. But
Yeah,
but this very society that we live in, that was a very common thing like 40, 50 years ago.
yeah. My mama said when she was like 13, her first boyfriend
Yeah,
was
but
20.
don't you think like men would be like, this is kind of messed up?
Yeah.
Like just morally?
You said what? Say
I
it
said,
again,
don't
Mike.
you think men would be like, this is a little wrong, like morally?
Which
I
one?
don't
What?
I don't know.
understand.
Oh. I mean, you saying it's like doing this stuff, and they
Well,
could
like
con.
just being like, this just doesn't seem right. This is a kid.
Well,
Uh,
when you're dealing with morals, you're dealing with an established system of behavior. In order for it to be established, there must be an establishment. I'm saying that it ain't no such thing as saying is something being deemed wrong without it being deemed wrong. It got to be deemed wrong first.
yeah, it's like I like this society. I would never do it because this society has taught me from a little kid up that you just don't do this, and it's against our law and it's against
Yeah,
rules. Now, when you grow
but
up, and then
but
when
our
you grow up,
ancestors, that shit didn't even enter they. Some of them, our
yeah.
ancestors, that stuff didn't even enter their psychic.
But if you go overseas, you might have these girls 14, 15 old getting prepared for marriage, but they've been trained since a little kids how to cook, how to do things for their man, they know how to do things at 15-year-old that 30-year-old woman over here don't know how
Yeah,
to do for a man.
Satan, that when you're investing in her, you're investing in a wife. You're not investing in a cheap slave for the night
Yeah.
or for the week or a couple of years till you tired of her. You got a lifelong commitment with this lady.
Because I tell women over here all the time, stop calling these people children. Stop calling the 14, 15, 16-year-old children. When I was 13, 14, I was selling crack. I was toting guns. I was having sex. You see what I'm saying? So do you think I'm a
I mean, I
children? I'm a
agree,
child.
but I mean, I
You
don't
know?
know if you're a father too, but I got a 10-year-old
Yeah, my
girl. I mean,
son's
we're
20
just
years old. My
protecting her.
son's 20 years old. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand, but
We're
I'm
just
saying,
protective as dads, you know.
yeah. I mean, you should be protective, but being protective is teaching them. That's why I told people when your daughter, I'm not saying your daughter, I was talking about
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
see on Facebook. When your daughter has a period, and I know she have a period, talk to her about sex. Not how you supposed to do sex, but talk to her to how her hormones going to change because period is when the hormone come. Right now, I said this on Facebook. One woman got mad, told me you shouldn't tell a woman about her body, but another woman got on there and she said, you know what, you right. She said, when I was 9 years old, I had my period and I felt like a young woman. And all my mama did was give me a pad. And now when I got older, I had to teach my daughter about this because while you thinking your daughter 13, 14, 15 year old and she's just a kid, she might be going to have sex with somebody and she can easily have a baby. Now she's a mother. So now she's a
And you
15-year
didn't, and
old
you didn't,
mother. And you can't say she's a child no more.
you didn't teach her the responsibility of her maturity.
Well,
Yeah.
will y'all let me enjoy my daughter's childhood? She's growing up too fast anyway.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
But
that's
yes, you
all
need to
I'm
educate your children. You do.
yeah. Because when that
Yeah.
period comes, they're not a child anymore because they have a ovulation period to where they can get pregnant.
Well,
So
hopefully
they
they have
need
a
to
good
understand
mother
it.
that they can talk about this with too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but who does that? I mean, who did it? I mean,
Well,
when
I
you
don't
look
know. I
at
don't get into people's business.
when you go down in the annals of history, it's like, who does? You know that statement they say, well, who does that? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, what's that? The HOK?
Nah, I
I'm
don't
just
mimic
kidding.
stuff. Yeah, I don't mimic shit from them. Them people is not.
That's why
Yeah,
when I mentioned
yeah.
them, it is satire.
It's just like my son. You know what I did with my son? My son was like 12, 13. I took him out in the hood. I took him out what was getting niggas was talking about robbing niggas was selling drugs. And I'm telling him like, you see these niggas right here, they about to go rob something. They gonna be in prison soon. This nigga right here gonna be dead. This nigga right here on drugs. Letting them know. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know every incident that this shit not worth it. My son ain't been in jail. My son
You're a good
graduated.
dad.
My
Hey, I'm
son
young
got a
enough to be
license.
both your
Everything.
sons. I could be both your sons.
Yeah.
No kidding.
How old you?
33.
Oh hell no, I'm 40, man. That old.
See, I'm gonna be a young dad like you, and my daughter's 21. I'll be 43.
Yeah, I'm 40. My son 20s. Yeah, so
Shit,
yeah.
I damn near. I was married when he was a boy.
I'm 1990, baby.
I got married in 1990. 18.
You old bastard.
I was born in
Goddamn.
'83.
And for any of y'all listening, pay attention to these brothers. They're not stupid. Do yourself a favor. But if you're not gonna humble yourself and you don't want to learn, you're not gonna learn. That's all I got.
Yeah, get out them cults.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because remember we were talking about this earlier. If you have no humility, you're gonna be a horrible student and an arrogant prick, a know-it-all.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this.
Well,
I'm probably
that's
get.
just, but that's just the beginning. The end result is that they're going to preach a message of devastation and degradation to the world, bro.
Yeah, I,
Wow,
I,
that's
I got
horrible.
I
That's
got
like
a
a cancer.
I got a question, y'all. So I got a question, right? Because this is talking about we were talking about earlier. We were talking about the DNA and how about Bob Marley and stuff, right? Um, so the ISUPK teaches that you're supposed to go by the seed of the man. Now, when they say seed of the man, I guess what they're trying to, they so dumb. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to say, they so confused. They don't know what they're trying to say because they use seed and nationality in the same thing, right? So what they're trying to say is the woman's supposed to be based off the man nationality, but they say seed. So
Well,
is that
the seed is sperm in Hebrew.
yeah. That's what I said, sperm, but then they base it off of nationality. So really what they're saying when they say, oh, he's not a Hebrew, they're really saying that their father is not Hebrew. So they're really trying to teach nationality, but they're not. They're teaching sexuality. So
Yeah,
what I'm
Now,
saying
why
is
can't they
in the
see
Bible,
this? Why are they so ignorant?
because I think because what happened is they're pushing what I call it black supremacy using religion. There's black
yeah,
supremacists
yeah,
that use
So they're the
religion.
black KKK, basically.
Yes, and they
yeah,
use religion to teach their black supremacy. Yes, the same way KKK use Christianity. It's the same thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what I'm asking you is, is it any type of evidence in the Bible that Israelites went through? What did Israelites How did the Israelites determine if you was an Israelite?
Being born from one, and
No,
in
what?
that
What?
in that quote, in that
Well, I'm
being
saying
born.
if, even if you mix with somebody, like, how did
Well,
they?
it says the strangers were at the covenant in Horeb, so they were considered Israelites. But
I
Yasha
mean,
had a
if
good
you
answer. You were born
yeah,
from them.
see, cause see in Hebrew you got like you got two words like the Arab, right? The Arab that really that was a pretty more of a pre-Israelite term. You know, after the nation was established, it went from Arab to Mamzer. You know what I'm saying? But there were Mamzers, there were half breeds that was in the covenant, and there was half breeds outside the covenant. I guess what determines you as an Israelite, you know, first and foremost of anything that I would say is your submission to God, because
Hey, hallelujah.
you
That's a
could be a
great answer.
you could be a stranger, and our scriptures tell us that when the strangers enter into the nation, and if they were to submit to our God and our way, that we were to accept them as Israel.
Yeah,
That's right in the book of Exodus.
I mean
You're
that
gathered here
sounds
today with all your
almost
kings.
like an answer a Muslim would give you.
Well, no. That was a real answer from the Bible.
No, no. What I'm saying is, if you ask a Muslim how you determine a Muslim, he says submission to God, because Islam means submission to God. So he
Yeah,
said that would make you a Muslim.
it's
Okay, but
really
how are they
not.
serving God? In righteousness
I
and
mean,
spirit and truth?
this thing was started. Its foundation was started like amongst nationality, and if you will
Yeah,
call it a race or ethnic group, if you will. But you know, you talking about 3, 4,000, 5,000 years later, man.
yeah,
Well, the
And
Bible says his true worshipers must worship in spirit and truth. I assume the Israelites did that first.
yeah, I mean that very Bible, as we got further on down in the depths of those pages, you know, after things really got to kick in, and kingdoms have collapsed, and Israel began to start mixing and mating with other people, and all of this stuff began to go on. You know, the Most High said told Israel that his inheritance was like that of a speckled bird.
yeah,
And your offspring will be as numerous as the sand of the sea to Abraham, father of many nations.
Yeah,
yeah,
a speckled bird is a bird that got mixed genes.
See why I love Yasha? He's got common sense.
yeah.
Now, why can't the world figure it out?
I mean, because we're. I mean, most people can't see what we see, and most people can't understand what we understand.
Well,
And
first of all, I praise God for giving us eyes to see, ears to hear. But wake up,
yeah,
world, dumbass.
yeah, the world is still anger, ignorance, and hate.
I just read a
Yeah.
story about a guy getting a blood transfusion from a pig.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. You know they use when they do human experiments, they use stuff like pigs, rats, and like chimps because they're closer to
But
our
you know,
DNA.
they say genetically the pig is very, 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 very close to the human,
Yeah, the
and
rat.
it was even said by cannibals that out of all of the animals on the earth, the human tastes like the pig.
Well, that's something I'm not going to try to answer. We do not condone cannibalism on this channel.
Bingo.
Yeah, the pig, the chimp, all of them are like close dead. So when they experiment, like they go experiment on a rat, and then try to say, okay, we experiment on this rat, so we think it would work on a human
Yeah, I
because
never
of
knew. Eric, you made a good point. What the hell is that
Mhm.
supposed to convince me? It worked on a rat. That it's going to work on me.
because our genetics and stuff supposed to be
Is that
so
supposed to make
close
me
to
feel
they.
better?
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know,
Yeah, it worked on a
I
rat.
was watching an experiment on a guy who was working with rats, right, from
Yeah,
New York, and this guy had took a handful of rats, and over a 10-year period, man, just was doing all these experiments on them, man, and pretty much they learned how to impoverish people in urban areas and stuff like that based off of these experiments, because the very things that happen to like us as poor people who's deprived from certain resources and this that. These rats were doing the very same thing. I mean, it even got to the point to where they were turning against homosexual, turning homosexual.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because they like say they'll have bullies. You know, when everything is free, they all would eat each other, and they would. I mean, they would live
Where can
free
I find this
lives, and
study?
you know,
Because that's
I'll
actually
have to
sounds
send it
pretty
to you.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
man,
rats
it's
were
crazy.
acting
I mean,
human-like.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they did that to the apes in the jungle. They killed all. They was hunting them, and they killed off all the women. So the men started actually having homosexual sex with each other because they ain't have no women in their prides anymore.
yeah.
So the
And they
mad
was
scientist is banned from the show from now on. You bringing it out, dude? Come on, man.
But
Now we
but
need
that's
Alex Jones on.
but
The
that's why they
frogs are
said
gay.
that's why they said we good. That's why they said we gods, man. Because as us as humans, that we have a purpose, we have a
Did you just chop
responsibility.
Psalm 84:6? Have I said you
Yep,
are
yep,
gods and all
yep.
children of the
We
Most
we
High?
have it because we have dominion. We have responsibility to this earth, and we determine how this earth works. And that's why the earth is fighting back against us. That's why it's creating all these viruses. That's why it's trying to get rid of us because we are the virus on this earth. If people don't want to believe that, we killing this earth off. Who else is doing
We
you
are.
know,
You know, it's a shame. This video should have 1 million views.
I've
it?
always said, man, that even like when he talked about God and the devil and Satan and stuff like that, people like to think that Satan was an adversary to God. You know, Satan was God's arch nemesis. But when you really look at it, ain't nothing of any of God's creation that has been more adversarial and been more at the state of being a nemesis to God than his human creation.
Well, he had to
Yeah,
kill it off, first of all.
yeah,
Ecclesiastes 12, King Solomon, he said, fear God and keep his commandments. This is the duty of all mankind. Wow.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we are the most evilest person and the most wickedest people to the most high.
And
We the
that's
most
why
Yeah.
we the most
repentance is the
wickedest people.
greatest gift.
I tell people, I say, you want to talk about demons and devils? I said, it's humans out here cutting motherfuckers' heads off, killing babies,
Well, that's why Paul said,
shooting up.
consider yourself first, you hypocrite.
Yeah,
Yeah, but see,
yeah,
they want to blame the evil on some shit that ain't seen.
yeah.
You know, even though we saw you do it, we saw you take your ass in that abortion clinic, but you want to blame it on something that
No, that
don't
wasn't me. That was my Elon Musk clone
even.
made of pig's blood
The
and
devil made
floating
me do
Yeah,
juice.
when my
it.
when my ex wife got an abortion, she told me I ain't, and then let me get this straight. I never tell no woman to get an abortion. They do it and then they tell you after they do it. That's what most women do. But
Yeah.
when she went to go do it, she said she went in there and it was girls 18 years old that already had 3 abortions already.
Wow.
Wow. Boy, that coochie.
Uh,
That
now we
coochie is
know
a,
why you're shadow banned.
that coochie is her coochie is a conduit for death.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta go, boys.
That's why they had a sign that said it says black baby's worst enemy is the woman's black womb.
Woo! I think you said that a little choppy, but we get it. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm glad you said it just
Well,
that
you
way
remember this is a
for
live
safety.
broadcast. No laughs.
Hey, for
The
safety.
title did say enter at your own risk.
Yeah.
You ain't got to remix it.
1 year from now, this video will have 5 views.
5. We might have 5 before the night over with.
Yeah, I think
And
we
be
had a
like,
good
y'all
discussion.
drinking?
I actually
Yeah,
like that.
enter.
I actually like our discussion on this one. I
Yeah,
think
man.
people can
This is
learn
what a
from this one.
podcast is all about. Talking about crazy. You know what? Aliens are on level 5 of Area 51. Come on. We've been talking
Yeah,
about gray since the 30s.
But this is one of the blessings about open mics, man. With open mics, you could just go and let your hair down and talk about so much stuff to where when you at a subject, you got to stay right there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And we're just grown men that believe in God having a chat. And we're crazy as hell.
Yeah.
in a good way, not in the floating chariot kind of way. No, he just parked it.
Oh, hell is crazy, brother.
Now let me ask you this, Yasha: the chariots of fire with Elijah. What do you think that looked like? Whirlwind to
I
heaven.
think I think it was a vision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's number one. And being that that was a vision, ain't no telling what the hell that was, man.
You want to hear the stupidest army in the history of the armies? When Elijah killed 50 soldiers, they sent 50 more. I would have said, sir, I am deserting. The man of God
Yeah.
just killed 100 people. I'm not going up there.
I'm saying like the Most High, is giving this man a vision, a very vivid vision, right? But some people may think like, well, that means that the Most High was showing him visions of aliens and stuff like this and that. But when the Most High gave you these weird dreams and stuff like that, usually it meant something else that wasn't as weird.
Well, like Ezekiel, the wheel within the wheel, the first chapter.
Yeah, that was another vision.
The
Yeah.
first chapter of Ezekiel is crazy. I think that's the first helicopter you saw, a
I
chopper.
mean, when you think of like Daniel and his dream and his vision and and
What
all of
about
the
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Daniel 4? Did they walk through fire? Bound. You know, the
I don't
Israelites are the only people on planet Earth with records of walking through fire.
yeah, I don't think that was a vision though.
Yeah, no, but
I
I'm
think
saying, did that really happen? Because I believe it
I mean
happened.
according to the text, now that is one of those what I will call one of those supernatural or so-called
I mean,
spooky moments.
I seen a motherfucker in Africa walk on fire. I mean, I don't know.
I say
It
that it
said
might not be well, yeah.
Daniel
I seen
4,
I
Africa,
seen
man.
I seen him walk
Shadrach,
in.
Meshach, and Abednego.
I seen him ain't have no shoes on, walk straight in the fire, walk right over the top of that bitch.
And it
okay,
says
now
the fourth looked like the Son of Man.
this is
It's
where
in
I
the
wanted to
Bible.
go. I want to go. I'm finna go here. Because I wanted to go there earlier. I forgot. I have to pin the nail in the coffin right here because if I don't, I'll forget it. Okay. Now, this is a confession, right? Right.
Hmm.
Now, I challenge people, right, about demons. Now, I'm not saying this was demons, right?
Hmm.
But I've challenged. When I challenge people, say, "Show me a demon right now. Show me one right now." Well, I hate to say I seen some crazy shit, bro.
Hmm.
I was on TikTok and I posted it on my channel. I
Yeah.
should. I wonder if I can. Uh, I wonder if I could get that. It's a video on my channel I posted. It's one of the later videos on TikTok, and it is this guy. He was on what was that American Idol, and
Yeah.
he was auditioning for Simon Cowell, and he was just doing all these weird ass tricks. I mean, this motherfucker was walking up the walls, and man, this guy was doing all kind of
Oh
crazy
yeah, I
shit.
see what you talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I heard
And
about this. They thought he was summoning demons.
yeah, this motherfucker he got to doing like this water wave lick, man. And the way he did that shit, man, it was like nigga, he couldn't. It's like his bones had disappeared for a minute.
Yeah.
What's your take on it, if you have one?
It's like, man, can't no human water wave like that, man.
Yeah, I mean,
You
You
listen
couldn't
to
have-
Avatar, The Last Airbender.
I got a pin on it once y'all should answer that.
Go
Now we're
ahead.
back to Hogwarts.
Well, what I wanted to say, right? Because it's so crazy. 'Cause I was just talking to this girl on the phone. I've been teaching her a little bit. She wanted to know, because she kind of like wanted to quit from the Bible because she was in Christianity and the preachers couldn't answer nothing, so she kind of like wanted to stay with. So I'm kind of teaching her the Bible, teaching her about God again. So she telling me, I'm telling her about the demon thing, right? I'm telling her like, the original word for demon was idol worshippers and false gods.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Well, you trying to say it ain't no demons, but I seen this happen where my husband was actually possessed by some, and this happened, right?" So she's
Yeah.
like, "Well, what is them then?" I said, now we have to understand how people do. What happened is Even though demons was a original word for false gods, false idols, when it
Yeah,
became modern time, they took this word and put it over top of something else. Now I said, how do you, for one thing, how do you know every time you see something that's supernatural? How do you know it's a demon?
Well, they
yeah.
put it on top of something else, meaning what, Eric?
Like
The
I
old, and hold on, the old for witchcraft. The Hebrews called that. We didn't call that stuff. We call it obia,
mm,
and that was the same stuff that was when you go back and translate the story of Samuel when he was summoning up the demon.
Oh,
They
King
was
Saul when he
practicing.
went to the
Yeah, Saul.
necromancer.
Yeah, they was practicing obia. You know what I'm
God
yeah,
saying?
killed him for that.
Which is like witchcraft in Africa. It's like
yeah,
Canaanite African witchcraft.
yeah,
Didn't
You know,
God kill Saul for doing
so
that?
yeah. So this is what I'm beginning to, because we are still growing, right? I'm beginning to see that when we look at this demon stuff, right? It was always something that belonged to the Gentiles and the Gentile nations, right? So I'm reluctant to think that, the people that experience this stuff, is always some kind of way got their foot in some kind of heathen wicked shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. See now, yeah, because let me finish because I'm glad you said that part, right? So I'm talking to her. She's like, I've been seeing these demons. She's like, every time I try to pray to God, these demons come. And I said, look, I said, because she got mad because I kept saying they want demons. Because I said, I'm just talking about the definition of where the word originally come from. I'm saying these things are something else, right? So I asked her, "Did you do anything that you supposed to not have done?" She said, "No, I haven't. I wasn't doing it at the time. I said, I ain't
Liar.
talking about.
She's a woman.
Yeah, and I said, I ain't talking about. I ain't talking about at the time. I said, have you ever did witchcraft? And she said, when I was younger, yes, I did do witchcraft. And my peoples had a curse on them from this and this and that. And I tried to, and I told her this because
Man, that's deep.
she actually what this thing was. And I said, look, I'm saying, because she kept saying the devil, demons. I'm saying, look, if what we have to understand is when we believe in God, right? We have to understand what God tells us. God will curse you. God would kill you. God would put evil spirit or evil things upon you. God would bless you. So when these things happen, we can't just look at one thing happening and say, "Oh, God did this and He blessed me." When there's something bad happened, we say God didn't do it. And I'm saying God cursed you from doing something because you shouldn't have did it. Now you curse from this. Now you had to go back into God and really go back and pray and understand that you shouldn't be messing with that witchcraft stuff because it has nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying? You bringing stuff in that you don't supposed to be messing with, and now you open up with something, and you've been dealing with this for 20 years. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, people curse doesn't have to be God deliberately cursing you. He's just telling you. He specifically told you not to fuck with sorcery and witchcraft in the Bible, right? So
Yeah,
when you say
not
don't do
Eric.
that,
See, you see how stupid people are. He literally tells you, "Don't do
yeah,
this, or I'm gonna kill you."
yeah. And when you do it now you all scared because now you thought this shit was fake and it's not fake. You know what I'm
And don't
saying?
take
But
offense to the word stupid. I'm
But
pretty retarded too,
yeah,
it,
but
it,
yeah,
it would be fake to us because our God told us not to acknowledge it, don't entertain
yeah,
it, don't
yeah,
deal with it.
yeah,
he
And
said
if you don't
necromancy
entertain it, don't
is a
acknowledge
sin.
it, don't deal with it, you're not going to see nothing like that.
He said,
yeah,
"Don't
yeah,
contact the dead." Right?
Yeah.
yeah. That's what
He
I said.
tell
You
you
don't
don't
post.
contact the dead, you contact the dead, and then you wonder why you got all this shit going on in your life.
See, that's how brainwashed we are. One plus
But
one
I
equals one
I
hundred
try to
and
get
seven.
people. I try to get people to understand every time they see something though. Let's not keep saying they demons. How you know what they are? You don't
You
know
heard what
just
Yasha
because
said,
they.
Eric? One plus one equals two, but to them it's a
Yeah,
hundred.
yeah,
They say he
yeah.
said, "Why do you think they wonder they have all this shit happening to you?" God said, "Don't do it, idiot."
Yeah, I mean, because I know an Israelite that studied voodoo, and she was like, "Why you don't like? Why you saying voodoo?" Because I study voodoo to a point to understand like what they do. For I don't study voodoo when I say that, but she was actually like did voodoo, and she was an Israelite. And I said, for one thing, when people have the power to curse people and do all this stuff, they don't do it in a good terms. They do it in a wicked way. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, and then the next thing, you're not asking power from God. You're not getting this stuff from God. You're getting this stuff from other deities and other beings that you don't even know what they are. You
Hey,
But,
see what
but,
I'm
Eric.
but,
saying?
but how about this? How about this? We as all human beings were made in the likeness and image of God, right?
Yeah,
So I don't believe in the invisible spiritual beings. I believe that we are these spiritual beings. You dig what I'm saying? And if your spirit is in the spirit of light, then you're going to move in the spirit of light. If
yeah,
your
Oh, we
spirit,
cooking now. We
if
cooking.
your spirit, if your life, right, you being the spiritual being, if it's rooted in darkness, then your life, and your spirit is going to exude darkness. You know what I'm
yeah,
Sounds
saying?
like that
I mean,
scripture. God
just think
cannot be
about it.
mocked.
Hold up. Just think about it. Who am I to tell a guy who then took drugs that he's not hallucinating?
yeah. I
You
mean that.
understand what I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying?
mean that's what I mean when it says
You
like
see
in
the
the
parallel there?
yeah, yeah, that's what I mean in the Bible when it said that the God put the evil spirits on people. It's not saying that He took some spirits and put it inside of people. He basically made them go mad crazy.
You're
Yeah.
right. Eric, you heard about that new movie documentary called After Death?
Yeah,
It's actually really good. If you haven't seen it, check it out, man.
I believe what Yash. I believe remember when Yasha told me this, and it made sense to me a lot. That our brains are so powerful that we can create things that we never seen. That we not that we
Yeah.
that's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how
You're a
people can
spiritual
talk. That's
being.
how people can talk to. That's how people can hear voices in their head. They can
How
see
about
Telekinesis.
things that
this? This
never
is how we come
happened.
up with it. This is how we come up with inventions.
Yeah,
We see
yeah.
things
Vincent
that
was
are
a
not
thought.
there.
Well, Vincent was a thought that became reality.
Yeah.
You know what I
We
want to
see
learn? I
things.
want to learn Braille and get the last Bible ever written, like Book of Eli.
Yeah,
Tell
I
me,
mean,
do
cause
this stuff? Where did this fit? This is not science, so it ain't pseudoscience. So
yeah,
where
yeah.
did this fit in at?
What? What for the?
What we said, it ain't science. It ain't pseudoscience.
It's mental health.
Yeah.
It's
It's
reality.
it's becoming psychotic. Like, cause she texted me one time. She was like, what is it that if I told you that I hear voices in my head?" I said, I said that sounds like you going psychotic."
Well, like the
And
Bible
she said,
talks about it. They went
maybe it was
crazy and
my
they.
voice. You know what I mean? She didn't want to hear that.
You remember the guy would cast himself in the fire and try to burn himself alive?
Yeah,
I mean, you're right.
yeah. I mean, I believe that when you dealing with that stuff and you start believing into it, your mind is so powerful that it can create the reality in front of you.
Isn't that like
See,
when you say you're gonna get
but
cancer, you're more likely to
hold
get
on, Mike.
cancer?
Hold on. Hold on, Mike. Let me say something real quick. There's a scripture that validates that, Eric. It says, "So a man thinketh, so is he."
Oh,
Yeah,
as a
That
man
which is
thinketh in his heart,
seen,
so is he.
that which is seen, come from that which is unseen.
yeah,
Oh, we cooking with fire now.
yeah.
Let's let that one marinate for a second. That's deep.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, because our brains are so. Like, we only use 10% of our brain. The smartest person uses 15%. So just imagine, you know what I mean? Just imagine the things your brain can do if you messing with stuff, and you know what I mean. And you can make yourself. We can make ourselves believe things
That
like.
aren't
I
true.
mean, and think about it. Think about it. A monk can cause energy and put it inside of part of his body and and make his body rock hard to where you could take a sword and stick him in his stomach and it don't penetrate his flesh.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
can
Yeah, so
both of
give
you
me some
guys?
context on what you said in that scripture.
Can both of you guys? I'm going to give you one right now. Can both of you guys turn on your camera for a second?
Oh no, I ain't turning on my camera.
You can't.
I ain't got my shirt
Okay. Well,
on.
can I trust? Can I trust that you're going to follow these instructions? Then it's simple.
Okay.
Just I'm going to do a quick demonstration.
Yeah.
Well,
Take
we
your
ain't
right.
hood boogers, so
Take your right finger.
Hmm.
Place it upon your nose.
Yeah.
Did I make you do that, or did words and consciousness make you do that?
words
Well,
in consciousness.
what happens is you subconsciously do it, meaning your subconscious contacts your brain, and your brain sends a message down to your nervous system, and then
Right,
you
but
proceed to
it was
move.
Well, he
all
did ask
not.
us to
What
follow
I'm
the
saying is, it
instructions.
was something non-physical that made this happen.
Yeah, your subconscious. Yeah.
Yeah,
Verbal instruction.
and it came from and my subconscious transferred into words. It hit your subconscious, and bam, there it is.
Within under a second.
Yeah.
So what are you, David
What I'm
Blaine
saying
now?
is, I didn't come over there and I didn't make y'all take y'all and with your arm and literally put your finger on your nose. I didn't do that.
Well, you
No.
asked us to.
But words did. I mean, but the words made it happen. The consciousness made it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a man thinks in
I
his heart,
literally didn't do it.
so is
I'm
he.
literally hundreds and thousands of miles away from you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that far, but you got me stuck on as a man thinks in his heart, so is he.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might be close to Mike because Mike up there with you.
Dude, you only like 8 hours away in Michigan. No, 12.
He closer.
in-
He closer. He closer. You and Mike closer than I am.
Where's Eric?
Virginia.
Oh, you're not far. 10 hours.
Mike, that's Massachusetts. Mike, he from Boston.
Oh yeah. Well,
You
that's
take
up north though.
95 south, you're gonna get anywhere.
That's up north though. He probably closer to you though, because he up north.
When I used to go to North Carolina, I used to go right through Richmond where the Marlboro cigarette factory is, with the tower.
Yeah. They
See, you have to go past him. You have to pass him to get to me.
No, it depends on how you go. You're west, man.
There's no way around it. There's no way around it. He have to pass you to get to me. There's just no way around it. Because you further east, way further east than me. And you have to come west. Coming to me is really, since we all up north for the most part, you know what I'm saying?
I'm considered the south, where Virginia considered the south, really.
Yeah, you probably, I'm saying, but you still south in the deep east.
Yeah, we northern south basically. We like the end of the south.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that in order for Mike to come to me, he has to pass y'all.
I'm gonna teleport, actually.
Because I'm way farther west.
Nah, but he up north though. He would just have to go west. He wouldn't, because that means he would have to come down.
Well, you gotta look at.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that Massachusetts would be closer in the north and south direction than Michigan would be. That's a long way from Massachusetts, bro.
All I gotta do is go past Buffalo, and then go through Toledo, Michigan, Cleveland, Toledo, then Michigan.
It take about 10 hours just to get to the Baltimore and Virginia area.
Well, 95 is such a bitch.
Yeah, for him to get down to me, he had to go through like New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, you got to take
Maryland, DC,
the bridge in New York.
Yeah, he had to go through. Yeah, he had to go all because he up all the way up at the top.
Yeah.
He he up north. That he would be like parallel to our like Upper Peninsula and shit.
Well, once you get past Maryland, you're free sailing, and you see the Virginia's for lovers sign.
Yeah, I'm here to let you know Detroit. From Detroit to northern Michigan, dude, that day almost seemed like a 2-day motherfucking drive, dog.
I drove from San Antonio to Boston when I was in the military. That was a hell of a drive. That was a hell of a drive, bro. I wish I could have. I wish I had a teleportation system.
I thought Detroit was like near New York, though.
Detroit's in Michigan, bro.
Detroit by Chicago.
Yo, I went to Rush University in Chicago for a class.
Yeah,
we were operating on live pigs underground.
We in the Midwest. We like by Chicago.
I'm about to pull a map up.
Hey, Eric, right? They didn't want us to tell anybody, but secretly we're operating on live pigs under anesthesia underground in Chicago. I had Rush University, I swear to God.
Let me see. I'm about to pull a map up and pull it up.
Man, imagine. Hey, my dad, when I was younger, he used to have that big map, and we used to pull over and used to bust the map out before phones.
I still use a map on the road.
I remember that from my whole childhood.
I use GPS. What's that?
Yeah,
let's go.
If I had to use an old school map on the road, I'd end up in China some goddamn where.
Now the question is, who's gonna take the brain chip?
You say
I
what?
ain't
The
signing
who?
up. Who's gonna take the brain chip from Elon? Who's gonna merge with robots? Transhumanism.
I
No,
don't know
man.
if I get too old and about to die, I might do it. We'll see how
Eric,
it
don't do it, bro. You're my brother, man. Once you become a robot, you're the adversary.
is.
What are you gonna
I mean,
listen?
I'm gonna
Listen,
just
we're
tell
gonna
you
have to
flat
have a
off the
huge
bat,
EMP.
man.
How the
I
hell are they
mean,
gonna
these
do
guys
it?
only me about those kind of questions, man. It's like the person who asked that type of question. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is he really considering reality?
That is reality for people.
I
This
mean, I'm saying these people. It's hard for me to believe that you won't take a chip because if you don't take the chip, the only reason why you wouldn't do it is because you think it's like the mark of the beast or something like that, right? So
incorrect. That's an assumption.
I said most people that I said most people. I didn't say everybody. And I think
Yeah,
that
Um,
I
you right.
think the most people that do take that chip that don't take that chip is doing it for a religious reason.
well, supposedly it's for people who are paralyzed so they can move their limbs again.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that the people who refuse to take the chip in their head.
Yeah,
Well, I
y'all
think
should
it should
set.
be optional.
Hold
You
on,
can't force
where
nobody to
y'all
get a
getting
brain
chip?
chip.
Where y'all getting chips in the head from? Where is this coming from?
I don't know. He said
Neuralink,
that.
Neuralink, Elon Musk, Neuralink.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
about
okay,
that.
yeah, you talking about that? Okay.
They already put it in a monkey's head, and he was playing pong with his mind.
Yeah, they trying to make it telekinesis too. That you better talk to
Dude,
each
the
other like
monkey was playing pong with his
head to head.
brain.
Yeah, I told them that's a
Yeah, I
dude
think I think that yeah, I think that he may be. I don't know. Okay, Massachusetts ain't past Maine, so
hold on, let me see if I can blow this up. I might have put up. Is this? I might have get the wrong one. Hold on, let me get rid of this one.
This is the beautiful United Snakes of America.
Hold on, I'm about to pull up the big one. All right, yeah. All right, share this one.
uh, you sent it already.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to the Four Corners. What are those
Make
states?
it full. Make it
Arizona.
full screen.
That's big as it can get.
So you can stand in
No,
four states at
if you push
once.
that if you push them little picture junks at the bottom, if you push the it's like a what it's one that makes it the whole screen.
Oh, you talking about move y'all out the way and make it
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
full
yeah,
screen?
yeah. Because it looks small where I'm looking at.
Nope, that ain't gonna do it. Let me try this one. That's about the biggest we gonna get that E.
Oh damn! Hold on, I just ain't put my screen up big. Damn, that's my fault. All right, so
So you got New York, right? New York is actually
mhm,
two states over. It's just right on the other. Well, actually three. You got you got Michigan, you got Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, right? There, right up
mhm.
there is Vermont, right? What's VT? Vermont,
VT. Oh, where is VT at?
right next to
Oh,
New
right
York,
here,
going
right
east.
there. I don't know. I wonder if I can click on that. I can't make it big.
What are we trying to figure out?
Who closer? Is you closer to me or Eric?
It's
They
about the
both a
same. It's
nice
about
stretch.
10 and a half to 12 hours.
Yeah, I think that is. I think that is Vermont. Where the hell? Where the hell's Michigan at? I mean, where the hell's
You on Michigan
Massachusetts
right
at?
there, that mitten.
Oh, Massachusetts
That
right here.
mitten, Michigan. Now
Yeah,
that's
Massachusetts
where
right
you
under
at,
the
E?
VT. No,
That's where
I'm
you
Well,
saying
you
at,
could
where that
right?
just type it
VT at.
into Google Maps, bro.
No, VT. Where it say VT at? Michigan, Massachusetts right under there. That blue
Right,
state right
right.
under VT.
Yeah, that's Massachusetts right there.
I'm right here. Yeah, I'm right here in the orange, right under Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think he's still closer to you than me though.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
No, I used to drive to
Cause
North Carolina all the time. It took 12
cause
hours and
he
change.
he could cut through Connecticut. He could cut through Connecticut, New Jersey,
I
Delaware,
used to go
Maryland.
95 all the way.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he can cut through different ways to get to me. He got a couple of states, but they like small states. Only big ones like New York and
Now, but
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
navigating
to
down
get to
south
me,
the
he
East
gonna have to
Coast
go through New
is a
York,
hassle.
all of Ohio, and a lot of Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Yep, it's not a fun
yeah. He
drive.
had
It's
to
a
go
lot
to
of
New York,
traffic.
Pennsylvania, Ohio. I don't know what this is right here. I
You
don't
have
know
to
what this
go over the
green
That's the
George
thing
Upper
is.
Washington
Peninsula,
Bridge.
that top
Over top of
piece.
Ohio. What's that?
On top of Ohio is Michigan. That's the
Is that?
Michigan.
I mean, you can't go.
Yeah, that
Oh,
right there where
okay.
that where you
Oh, yeah. I guess you
right
can
there
go
with the
through
As you
that
can
sun,
tell,
way.
we're master geographers here.
that mitten right there, where you got that your cursor, that's
Yeah.
Michigan. And Detroit is in the
Okay.
lower right hand corner. That little dot right there. Go over
Right
to the
here.
right. No, you going to the left.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
No, go over. Go over to the right. There you go.
Right
Right
here.
there. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Y'all based by Lake Erie. I know John. John. I know. Well, I ain't gonna say her name or nothing, but I know somebody just moved up there.
What's her number?
Okay.
Bring her on
Yeah.
the
You. Yeah.
show.
Yeah. You had north too though. You like had north. You like Midwest north. Like you real high in the
Yeah,
north.
yeah.
You.
But see, we at the right there at the water, like right there on that dot of Detroit, right there on the water. That's where I stay at. Right there, you could throw a frisbee to the river from where I stay.
You know
Oh
what the
shit.
craziest thing is in the
You can go
Southwest, the
right
Four
across the
Corners?
water.
If you
Yeah.
look at Arizona, you can be in 4 states at once. New Mexico, Arizona. See that? It's
Yeah.
called
Yeah,
the Four Corners.
Man, you cross the water, you be right in Canada.
yeah. Well, like I said that now. I'll say this. Okay, at the Detroit River, you can look right over and see Canada. You know what I'm saying? And if it was a bridge there, it would take you 5 minutes, just cross the bridge. You know what I'm saying? And we
Wow.
do have a place here where we actually building a second bridge to Canada. So basically from where I am right now, it would take me, if you eliminate, all that bullshit, the paying the toll, and sometimes they want to check your
Abiding
car.
by the law.
Yeah, they want to run your record, see if all this crazy shit, because you're going into another country. But
Yeah.
eliminating all that, just time to travel, without the stops from here to Canada, you'll be there in 20 minutes.
That's crazy. Apparently, the most sought after state to live in is Oregon.
Yeah.
I heard it's
Yeah, they
Now,
beautiful
said
there.
I'll
they
say
said
this:
Kent.
there's certain parts of Detroit, like I'm near downtown, right? There's certain parts, but I'm not in downtown. If you was in downtown, it'd take you 3 minutes to get to Canada.
Really? So you're like on the border, like Buffalo.
Yeah, it is. It just right across the water, and the
Yeah,
water is probably maybe like 2 or 3 miles across.
yeah, they said in Toronto, they had a jump when you move if you moved out there and you got a place, a house out there, they gave you $50,000.
I went to Toronto to see a Pearl Jam concert. It was the cleanest city I've ever seen, and they sell legal drugs, Tylenol threes, codeine,
Damn.
right in the pharmacy.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually pay you to live out there. They because they had some people living out there, and they was like, "Why y'all move out here?" They was like, "Because our family got like 50,000, you get like 5,000 a kid."
It's the cleanest city I've ever seen in my life.
Now I forget which one I'm near. I think I'm near Ontario.
Yeah, I can't live in
How
that
did this
cold.
conversation go to America's
No, I
top
might
at
be near
Canada?
Toronto. Hold
Let's
on,
go
you
back to
got
clones and aliens. I think the aliens and clones come from Canada. In South Park, they have half a head.
Michael, just cut it out. Michael, cut it.
Well, you know the show South Park. Ike, he has half a head.
I think Bigfoot comes from Canada, and I got evidence. It's a place called Saskatchewan. Let me quit.
So this lake called Lake Superior. What the fuck?
Yeah, we
Yeah, that
surrounded
was named by a white. That was named by a white supremacist.
all of this shit. All that shit was named by white supremacists. Mike, stop
I
it.
mean, Lake Superior. Can you get any more? Can you get any more racist than that?
Chicago was named by Haitian.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
John the Baptiste de Sable.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, here's the question: where did they come up with the names for all the states?
A lot of these had Indian names already.
Like
Yeah.
Illinois, Missouri.
Yeah. Dakota, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That someone came from
Where the hell
tribal
Massachusetts?
names.
Alabama, right? I think that, and other names were considering that America was considered to be the new world. A lot of these places were named after Europe. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of names. Yeah, because I seen there's a lot of these names in Europe.
You know, the first person to die in the Revolution was a black man, Crispus Attucks, in Boston.
Yeah.
Boston
Mash. I think Virginia supposed to be named after the Virgin Queen or some shit.
Yeah, Queen. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was.
You know that B.I. wasn't no virgin.
Virginia supposed to be named after one of them queens.
Yeah, because Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. all was Virginia at first. Then they split us up.
Well, they made D.C. up. It's called the District of Columbia. That's not even a real. That's how they control us.
We call it Northern Virginia.
You know that flag that has the yellow sashes? They still have us under the Geneva Conventions, prisoners of war.
Yeah,
I've been to the White House before.
I don't envy you. I mean, it's called the White House.
Yeah, we call it Northern Virginia, DC. That's all it is. It's just Virginia.
Yeah, I've been there, and my experience was kind of. It's like when we went in there, man. It was amazing because, like, right outside the motherfucker, is nothing but homeless people laying like right outside the White House.
That's crazy, dude. I thought they'd have missiles on the roof and shit.
Yeah, you would think that the place where the king is at.
No, you know, DC just jumped the #1 murder city. I mean,
then Chicago.
Yeah, DC #1.
Dude, DC's not. This is a damn shame, and we're not in the last days. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, DC tripping now.
We're doing blood transfusion with pigs. Men are eating their own sperm. Come on, man. That's fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah,
whatever's wrong with that guy is not a little thing. So how did you end up helping that sister with the witchcraft stuff?
I mean, I'm still talking to her. You know, she
get it a little bit.
She said she liked my answers. She liked it.
Well, you're Eric the Mad Scientist with some charm.
So she been trying to find she said she been talking to all type of people they couldn't answer. So she liked the answers I'm giving her, and so I just told her to stay away from don't do that shit no more. Like
you remind me of James Whitlock. You sound like him.
I don't know what it is.
He's like a podcaster with 1 million subscribers.
I wish
Jason
I was.
Whitlock.
And he vocally he sound like my man that was that Black Panther dude.
I know you always say that you talk about Fred Hampton.
Yeah,
nah,
Fred
you sound
Hampton,
like the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh no, I don't want to sound
low
like
key.
Him. I don't want to sound like him. Yeah, he was a Haitian.
Notorious was all right.
Yeah, you kind of sound like Fred Hampton a little bit.
Yeah,
I think that was before my time. Who's that?
Fred Hampton. When Fred Hampton died in the 80s?
Nah, he got killed, didn't he?
Well, yeah, they killed him.
Wasn't he the one who got killed? That the police killed up?
Yeah, he got killed in his sleep because he made a group called the Rainbow Coalition. It was white Confederate flag rebels. It was Latin gangs, and it was Black Panthers all working together.
Oh my God! They was about to create.
That is like that's like a gumbo of bad mixtures.
Yeah, they was great.
That's like take whatever evil you got, just put it in the pot.
But they were supposed to be coming together for the greater good.
Yeah,
the greater good of what? Lucifer.
Yeah, the police killed him. The police killed him in his sleep.
Are you serious? That's terrifying.
Yeah, it was a black FBI agent that drugged him first. The FBI agent infiltrated the Black Panthers to where he became the security for his armory. So he the one that controlled the guns coming in the Black Panthers, but he was an FBI agent. But he was an FBI informant. He got caught and turned snitch. And then they gave him a drug to give to. If you, it's a movie called Judas. If you look up, but they gave him a drug to drug him up. So when he went to sleep, and they ran in his house, he didn't wake up. So they shot up the house, arrested everybody. They shot him up, and they found out he was still living. They shot him in the head, make sure he didn't live.
All right. Well, that sounds like the righteous government that we have. God
Yeah, they got
damn.
yeah, they got the picture of the room, man, blood everywhere.
And then
They
How
you
got
come
talk
every
about,
time we talk about the
and then you
government,
go
it's got to
talk
be some
about, and
nefarious
then you
stuff?
go sit up there and say Lake Superior was written by white supremacists. All this shit was written by white supremacists.
I mean, come on, man. I just
I
call it
mean,
as I see it.
truly, that's why they were scared of him because he went to all these different races that was poor and understood and got them to understand that we hate each other for no reason, and the main enemy is the
Ah,
person
so
that's
he was
but
preaching the
poor.
but you
gospel
got
and they killed
you
him for it.
yeah, but you got to think about it. It was look at how they benefited the whole country. All of the
Yeah,
kids around the country get free lunch and breakfast.
Now, why do we
yeah,
have to kill something that's good?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but imagine before them, man, they had these kids in school hungry than a motherfucker, man, all
yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah. That's why
Man,
people.
this country's
That's
not right, man.
that's why I tell people
America's got to repent.
people didn't understand but the Black Panthers had after school programs. They were teaching people the laws. Like they won't. The only thing they was against was corrupt. It was against racist, corrupt police officers. They was beating them up every day. What I mean, it was a time that they had to fight back. But
Yeah,
people mistake them for what you call the new Black Panthers today. The new Black Panthers are more of a racist group. So when they hear Black Panthers today, they thinking about these new Black Panthers and thinking they the same as the old Black Panthers. Like the person who made Bobby Seale, who created the old Black Panthers in the '60s and '70s, he don't like the new Black Panthers because he said all they are racist. They dealt
yeah,
with different races back then, and
yeah,
that's where people get a lot of that stuff mixed up.
yeah. The Black Panthers back then they were against the totalitarian and racist white supremacists of America. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's what the
people
Black
just want to give
Panthers.
their opinions. They don't do research.
Yeah,
We lose Eric in the Ethernet.
yeah. Eric done fell off.
Oh no, the Matrix got him.
Eric got swallowed up in the Matrix.
Nah, Neo and Trinity are going to get him.
Yeah,
What's up, brother Vicar?
brother Vicar in the house.
Now, see, here's a true guy of courage. It said, "Enter at your own risk."
Oh yeah,
Man, there's so much stuff that we need to hit. I don't think there's enough time in the day.
oh yeah. Hey Vicar, you got Emerson. There's a link in the chat if you want to pop up here and come on up here.
You back, Eric?
I got to figure out how to get Emerson a wrench. I done forgot how to do it.
Oh, I'm sitting here talking. I'm on mute and shit.
Oh, Neo
I
and
was about to
Trinity
say
saved you
who
from the
y'all think the
Matrix, bro.
government was scared of more?
You say what?
Who y'all think the government was scared of more? Malcolm X? Who y'all think the government was scared of more? Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
I think he's scared of me. Malcolm X, but actually, he's
Who you
scared
think,
of
man?
all children of God.
No, the government was scared of Martin Luther King more.
Oh, I thought you said the devil.
No, the government, because Martin Luther King had other people with him. He had more than just a black following, and they knew that.
Well,
So
Martin Luther
when
King
he
said
started
one of the
dealing with
most
Malcolm
profound
X,
things ever. He said a man should be judged by
yeah,
the content of his character, not the color of his skin.
yeah,
I mean, come on.
yeah.
Anybody with the
And he
conscience.
had way more back. Think about he was dealing with Jews. He was dealing with white people. He was dealing with prolific black people. Malcolm was just in a circle of certain people, so he didn't really grow.
Well, let's
That's why
put
they
it
were
this way. If
scared
you
when
got killed
Malcolm
by our
started
government, that means
talking
you're a
with
good
Martin
person.
Luther. Yeah, that's why Malcolm started dealing with They got scared when Malcolm started dealing with Martin Luther King because they had a secret
Look what they did
meeting
to
and people got
JFK.
scared of that shit. Yeah. Well, damn, should I say why JFK got killed on here? Well, look, what happened was,
Here we go. All right, here
what
we go.
happened
Let's
was,
go. I got him going. I hit the right button.
well, let me say, this is what should I say? This is not a fact. This is a claim. All right, so let me say that
Are you
clear
giving a
cut.
disclaimer?
So what they
He's giving a
so
disclaimer,
what they
bro. He's like,
saying
sign this waiver.
so what they trying to say is right that JFK daddy supposed to have been a bootlegger and he made a deal with the mob and that the mob supposed to have you know help JFK become the president. Now what people don't understand that the mob back in the day were actually a secret society. The mob is not a gangster criminal organization. They're actually a secret society, right? So when JFK got on that pedestal and he said it should be no secret societies, he's talking about people like the mob. He's talking about the
Ooh,
Scarlet
he
Bond.
called out the wrong
Yeah,
side.
yeah. He called out all the secret society people. So once and they made a deal with the daddy to say that he don't supposed to be going after none of them. But Robert Kennedy is the one that actually attacked a lot of them and kept locking them up, and he became the vice president. So they end up hitting JFK off. They said this is what they say. This is what they claim. Some they said the mafia in New Orleans claimed the hit. So, but when he died, they killed Robert Kennedy as soon as he put his hand on the Bible, because that was really the threat. Because Robert Kennedy was a DA and was locking up the mob before they even became president. So
Like
they
I
really
said,
didn't
boys,
want
I gotta
Robert
go.
Kennedy.
It's time for me to go.
But if you
Man,
look at the movie, the only reason I can say it now because it's out in the open now. But if you look at the movie Irishman with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, y'all know that movie.
yeah, you said, but what you just said, man, as soon as he put his hand on the Bible, damn devils, man, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So if it's a
You
movie
a
called The
dangerous
Average,
man, Eric.
it's a movie called The Irishman with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and it's talking about Jimmy Hoffa. And at
You,
one of
me,
the
and
scene-
Yasha in the same chat
and,
room.
and
I
one
don't
and
know.
one of the scenes, Albert Pacino is playing Jimmy Hoffa, right? He's the second most powerful man of the president at this time, and the mob wanted him to step down because he was going through a lot of criminal shit that they thought he would, basically go fuck him up, and he said no. He said I got evidence on y'all. I wish I would try to do something, and he sent Robert De Niro to Al Pacino and said, look, and Robert De Niro told him, look. They said if we can get rid of the president, what you think we can do to you? So this is in the movie The Irishman.
Well, what I do know is that the mob was blamed for the unaliving of JFK. I do know that, but I didn't know the
Yeah,
ins and out and the intricate details and stuff like that.
yeah. Today, like just like when he got killed, right? The thing, when you look at the video, now I can't say this is proof, but I mean a real fact. But when you look at the video with him getting hit, right? They trying to say this sniper killed him. Now you was in the military, right, Mike?
Yes,
Okay, now if you look at the video, JFK got hit from the back of the head, right? Now, when he
it
fell
looks like he
forward,
got shot through his back, and then in his head.
yeah. Now, if you're a sniper and you shoot somebody in the back of the head and he riding past you, will you be able to shoot him in the front of his head? Then,
Nah, he got shot from a different angle.
okay. Now, when we
Am I
tell
allowed to
people,
say that?
if you really look at the video, all I'm saying is this: just look at the video and watch the passenger or the driver, watch what they do, and then watch how his head goes back in the back seat.
Oh, is
That's
this
all
the
I'm
What
saying.
show
driver
that the
shot him
driver
too?
shot him?
Yeah, so just look when he looks back and when he look because JFK head is down. Like when he gets shot, he's bent down, and then when you see them look back, his head you can see the bullet hit him and his head go back and he falls back into the seat, right?
Yeah, I think I
So
think I seen a video where they tried to say the driver shot him and shit.
yeah, so the wife tried to drop out the car, but
Poor Jackie.
And you know, in the Dude documentary, they're trying to say that she grabbed the brains and tried to put it back in his head, right?
They did Jackie dirty, man.
so,
They blew
so
her husband's up
yeah.
head right
So
on
what
the
happened is,
face.
if you look at the video, you see her trying to jump out the car, but they sped up, which made her have to jump back in the car.
Come, anybody with a heart feels bad for that woman. They shot her husband in his head right
Yeah,
next to
she's
her.
seen his head. Yeah, she's seen his head blown off twice. Matter of fact.
Poor
But
Yeah,
what
that's
Jackie,
woman?
man.
crazy.
Think about it. What woman you know that's gonna grab somebody's brain and try to put it back in their head? Come on,
Well, you
man.
know, women are sick, nasty freaks. They probably try to eat it.
Mike, stop it, Mike.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jackie saved some in a jar and canned it. All right, that was wrong.
But yeah, it's a lot of conspiracies on it. You know what I mean?
Bad boy, bad boy, bad boy.
That's why I said fact. But this is like what a lot of people are saying, and some of the mob people saying in interviews, they said that they know what happened. You know what I mean?
Shout out
But
to
yeah,
Jackie Kennedy, though. Rest in peace. They did her dirty, man.
yeah,
I mean to have gone through the rest of her life, man. I mean,
Traumatized.
what amount of money or what type of rehabilitation could America have given a woman like that, man?
Nothing. She's paranoid forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. That's a sad story.
Did y'all hear about Did y'all hear? Let me tell y'all a couple stories then, since we're talking about the spirits. All right,
Well,
did
can
y'all
you
hear
get me out
about?
of my depression now?
I can't. I'm about to tell you about
Now you got me feeling sad for Jackie
I'm
Kennedy
about
for
to
the
tell you about
60s.
I'm about to tell you about Al Sharpton. Well, y'all know about Al Sharpton?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know he was the bird, man.
Okay, okay. Y'all know about Al Sharpton then. All right. Do y'all know about Michael Jordan?
Are
Well,
you
but
serious?
I know some things about him. I don't know
No,
what.
I'm saying as far as his father being gone.
Yeah, gambling and shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. You've been staying up on it, and you know about Magic Johnson. They said Magic Johnson faked his AIDS thing, right?
His name's
Yeah,
Magic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hip to that.
His
Yeah.
name's
It was.
Magic. Of course you did.
I mean, from some stuff that I've come across, and I believe it. Right.
Yeah.
I myself personally, I am kind of somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. Somewhat. Right.
Yeah.
I do know that back in the '60s, the CIA actually created the term conspiracy.
Yeah.
And they created it for people that's always pinpoint home and hitting people that's usually close to right is always the ones called the conspiracy theorists. And so
Yeah.
I'm kind of somewhat of a conspiracy theorist, you
Yeah.
Well,
know.
here's one.
It,
Apparently, they
it,
made like 5 Michael Jacksons because he got burnt in a Pepsi commercial beyond recognition. So that one holding the baby over the railing, that was like the third one.
all of them was pedals though, so I don't give a fuck. All of them was weird. But if y'all look up on YouTube, Michael Franzese. This is for the crowd that's listening. Michael Franzese. I can't say his word. Michael Franzese. He's a former mob don, and he's basically telling the stories on why Michael Jordan's father got murdered, why Magic Johnson lied, why Don Al Sharpton got caught. You know he's what he's saying is him, Al Sharpton, and Don King was actually selling drugs together, and one of Muhammad Ali body trainers was actually an FBI foreman, and they actually set Al Sharpton up, and then he became a foreman and got hundreds of people locked up, basically. You know what I'm saying? So the Don Franzese just explained a lot of, and he's a mob don, so he ain't just no conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? He's
But
actually a mob guy.
I tell you what, my father-in-law, my wife's dad, right, was in
Yeah,
prison with Don King. He
yeah.
said Don King was a gangster motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. You watch the movie. Don King killed about 3 people.
So
Now,
he
why
was
are we
Don
as
King murdered about
humans
3 people.
say he was gangster
so
in the movie,
enticed
huh?
by the
Yeah.
so-called
I'm
supernatural,
gonna say
so-called
one. I'm gonna say one
conspiracy?
of them was self defense. I'm gonna say one of them was like self defense. Two of them was like murder.
And how do
Yeah.
we decipher reality from fiction?
Well, I'll tell you, I really. How about this for reality? James Evans, on Good Times. Who
Yeah.
would ever thought that he was married to a white woman with
I mean,
a
I
mixed
don't.
family?
I don't know why people portray him as he was some type of black of power type of person, but
Yeah.
he
Well,
never pushed it in the.
they portray that show as if though is that the only person on there that had a black spot in his in him was
Yeah,
Michael,
Michael.
who
Yeah,
really was who really was
well, I mean,
homosexual,
but
who really was homosexual in real life.
the blackest person in the show was actually the mama.
You don't think it was little Michael?
Because she the one that made they tried to kill James all the way a long time ago. She the one that made them keep James because she didn't want to have
Man, the truth
with a
really is
father's
stranger than fiction, huh?
Well, you talking about in real life.
yeah. That's what I said.
Well,
Yeah,
the truth is stranger than
Yeah.
and
fiction
not
on this channel.
necessarily the role.
They was trying to make JJ just like a straight. They was gonna make JJ like a straight like troublemaker that just kept getting locked up and stuff, and she didn't want that. So she was more like the
Wow.
realest blackest person. Did y'all know that she was actually 50 something? The daddy was actually 30, 35, and JJ was like 30.
Tell me how Cindy Crawford still looks good.
That damn girl still look good.
Oh, you talking about the daughter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She don't
So
look good as
JJ,
she did
so
back
so
then,
so the
but
daddy
back
will
then,
number
oh my gosh, she was the
the
hottest
dad
thing smoking.
the daddy
You
was
talking
like
about good
five.
times?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
daddy was like
Well,
5, 6. The daddy was like 5, 6 years older than the mom than JJ, and the mama was actually like 20 years older than the father.
wow.
See, I grew up watching the WWF divas. Trish
But
Stratus, who looks great at 46, Stacy Keebler,
but
Tori Wilson.
hey, you know the black guy who really wrote them shows is on crack. Well, he was a former crackhead, but now he's homeless. And he
Who?
for real. He was on drugs, man, and lost everything, man. And now he's homeless, living in a homeless shelter. And he done tried to sue them, and I think in a lawsuit they might have gave him like $1 million and get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man, you talk
Why
about that like it's a quarter.
yeah, man, they tossed it to him like get the fuck on. You know, like something that basically is no generational wealth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, oh, yeah. That's what they
Well,
do.
this country has done a lot of people dirty, and they're gonna pay for it, man.
And it came out that this guy actually, I forget his name, that he actually he no secret that he wrote him and Paul Mooney and them, guys like that wrote
Yeah,
these all these black shows, man.
yeah, yeah. Paul Mooney wrote a lot. Paul Mooney wrote a lot
I
of.
don't believe in cheating people and treating people bad. That's my true belief.
I mean, but if you don't bend over and you don't suck nothing, you just ain't gonna make
Eric, you crazy. I
Well,
gotta
that's what
go.
I mean. Hey, that's what Lamont Sanford said. Demond Wilson.
it.
Ben, what he
You
called
ain't
he
bend
called them
over.
what he called 'em? Bend over Billies.
Yeah.
I'm not a bend over Billy.
The son from Family Matters. They interviewed him and he said, "Look, I don't care what nobody say. Everybody in Hollywood has been fondled with."
These
Yeah.
people are sick, man. These people are
Yeah,
sick people.
Well, that's the second person I heard say that.
yeah. Look at Terry Crews. Terry Crews got scared because one of the gay dudes in Hollywood grabbed him by his nuts and he didn't do nothing. He was scared to lose his job and everything.
Hey, they been they all been clowning to my man Shannon Sharp. Talking
Oh, yeah.
about, man,
Oh man,
we get sit
listen.
up there. This nigga sit up there tight ass pants over his balls and
You
nuts
talking
all
about
in my goddamn face. Man, I don't want to go on his show.
yeah, you talking about Eddie
Talking
Griffin.
like a damn muppet. I can't even understand him.
You talking about what Eddie Griffin said.
I swear to God, he looks like a puppet. He looks like a cartoon character.
Hey, but Mike Epps said that too.
Yeah, I'm talking about the part you just said. That was Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
like Shannon Sharp as a tight end.
Mike Epps called Shannon Sharp a deal because one day Shannon Sharp had got too much lipstick put on his lips and too much makeup on his face, so he kind of looked crazy.
Yeah, but Mike Epps said something about that nigga with them tight ass pants. I want to be up
Dude,
in
Yeah,
there
Cat
with that
Williams
nigga.
said you put a wig on Shannon
He
Sharp.
said,
What do
I
you
want to
see?
be up in there with that nigga with them tight ass pants on, man,
That's
with his
yeah,
beard
Medea
yeah.
all
Part
in
Two.
my face. And Mike Epps was the first one to say it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't hear what Mike Epps said. I know Eddie Griffin that just said something too.
Yeah, first he said his nigga with his nuts in his face. Then he called him a fag, and then he went off into the Madea shit.
Well, we got a lot of
Uh,
hope for mankind, huh, boys?
Nah, ain't no hope, brother.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to be
What
encouraging.
Tupac say? It ain't no hope for the truth in the
and
truth is it ain't no
there ain't
hope.
no hope for the
Ain't no hope.
future.
Yeah.
Well, now that y'all brothers depressed me, I got to drag myself out of this.
Hey, and welcome to being black, brother.
I got to take a dip at Lake Superior.
Hey, you don't listen to our hip hop. You don't listen to our music. You know, we back when I was coming up, our music was good and joyous. Our music ain't like that today. It's just straight chaos and hell.
I think
Yeah,
music in general today is so bad.
yeah,
The music reflects the culture. The music, like I said, the enemy sees the people through the content of their music, man. You
yeah.
know, you
That's
always
true.
know where a people is at. Any people, by the content of their music, bro.
Well, no, I
And don't
mean, I never understood about rapping about killing
hold on.
people.
Let me let my play. And I say that to say that it started here amongst the black community, man. But this shit is going all around the world, all cultures, all races. I
Yeah,
was told by Judah Nash, man, they have Bloods and Crips and all that shit in Japan.
Wow,
yeah. They
that's crazy.
yeah, they that drill music. Man, that shit is in London, is in Turkey, is in Spain, is in South America, is in Africa. I'm
Africa,
talking about
yeah.
drill music. I'm talking about drill music,
I mean,
not
I've
just
never been
rap.
a violent
Drill music.
person, but some people love violence, man.
Well, they're going to love it now more than ever because it's that time now, buddy.
I understand, sir. I'm ready.
I mean,
Hold on,
because we
I,
could,
I want you.
we
I want y'all to hear about 1 minute of this song right here. Because I want y'all see. I like letting people see. I want y'all to see what exactly when I tell people the drill music is the most dangerous thing that ever was created in the black community. I want y'all to see what I mean by this. This is a song that got this guy killed. This is a song right here that got this man murdered. And I'm gonna explain what he's talking about. I'm about to go to it right here. Uh oh. Uh, all right. Can you I'm about to share it. All right. Here, go right here.
well, we having a Judah Nash show tonight. We've been on for 2 hours.
Hey man.
Wow, it's
And
almost bedtime.
All right. Can
Judah
you
Nash
see
have a
it?
show 8, 9, 10 hour long.
I seen that once. Live stream
Can
ended
you see
11
it?
hours 27 minutes.
Can you see it, y'all?
Yeah,
Hey, we should do a 24-hour live stream one day.
we could do it. I don't know how it's gonna
Can
go.
you see it?
Some of us ain't gonna make
Just
it.
stream The Wizard of Oz for half of it.
We're gonna have to tag team, tag a brother in and tag a brother out. Somebody gonna make it the whole 24.
Yo, that brother does have some long streams. Stream ended 11 hours 37 minutes.
So
How you gonna stream for 11 hours?
mute y'all mics while this play.
I just want y'all to listen to what he's saying. Just uh, I hope that. Let me refresh it. I don't know. Well, all right, hold on. It's loading up. I had to refresh it. All right, here it go. Can y'all hear it?
No,
Can y'all hear it?
no.
Listen.
No, I don't hear nothing.
Mike,
Can you hear?
yo, can y'all hear it? Y'all ain't hear when I first played it? Hold on, let me. All right, can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
Can y'all hear that?
Yep. It just froze. It keeps freezing.
Yeah, I just stopped it because I want to know if y'all can hear that. All right, hold on. Why I keep doing? Why are they doing this shit?
Yeah, so I hit that wood, bro. I see.
Oh man, I know this shit might do that. They don't want me to show it. All right, hold on, let me back it up. Maybe that's what I can do. I don't never had no problem with my internet. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's like
Never.
my stuff is something going on over here, Eric. Too. It's like something. It's like things is froze over here. Cause I'm trying
You
to
should
open
know
it
you
up to
brought
make
me
a
a fucking
studio.
whiteboard.
I hear. That's crazy. The hell? And it's loading. That's why I understand why it's not playing. Let me
Yeah,
stop it for a second.
so let me hit that wood, bro. I said, kick on them. If we ever said it's up that bitch, I swear to God we mean it. We already in hell, bitch, since 12 we been demons. Ever since I signed the deal, all these bitches on my penis. Boy, you ain't gonna squeeze it. You around for no reason. Boy, what block you from?
Uh,
Let us know so we can spend it. Made Chicago legend shit. That was just about.
I can't play it. It ain't gonna let me play.
Do you know the lyrics?
But what I was trying to show on that is, yeah, well, yeah. What I was trying to show, because I
I mean,
wanted to show like
I know
how
the
drill music
song.
really is. Like, yeah, yeah. It's basically him. I mean, he dissing all the dead people. I mean, he's talking about a girl if she was still alive, he'll make her suck his dick. I mean, it was like like real disrespectful. He died probably like a little bit after that.
Wow. So he ain't live long after that, huh?
Now, no, they caught him at like it was like a good place part of Chicago. Yeah, I think he got shot. They said he got shot from like 11 to 13 times, all in his neck and
He was
back.
coming out of a mall or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was standing in line. Yeah, they got the video on World Star Hip Hop.
But now let's look at things on a spiritual level here, right?
Yeah,
On a spiritual level, if God ain't real, I mean, if him dying after doing something like that, don't that like mimic like in the Gospels and in the Bible and stuff like that?
yeah. I mean, he the only one that died from his music. Like every year they have a list, and I'm telling you, like every year, man, it's about 50 to 100 motherfuckers in Chicago just died just from their rap lyrics.
Wow.
Like they whole generation is going because of just this and coming back this and the dead this and they did. Like I mean, cause think about it. If you kill my brother, right? I'm trying to let it go. I might be like trying to let it go. I won't revenge, but I'm like I don't know. Then I get on YouTube, and a nigga talking about smoking my brother, how he's smoking him up, rolling him up in weed, how he'll piss on his grave. And then
Yeah.
they be doing it for like a whole year. They just keep making songs about it, keep making songs about it. I mean, what I supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean, cause you can't go to the police. What you gonna say? Oh, he keep making songs about my brother. They ain't gonna
yeah,
do it. It ain't illegal to make no song.
yeah. And so now I'm gonna go kill one of they motherfuckers that they love, and then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start taunting them. Oh, I killed your brother. Oh, fuck your brother. We smoking your brother. Oh, fuck this and that. I don't care. I hope your mama crying. You know, then he gonna try to kill me. Then is that's why I say it's basically revenge.
Yeah.
It starts off as a beef. Somebody gets murdered, and then it becomes revenge.
Yeah.
And once it gets to that revenge, it's hard to call. It's hard to get peace out of that.
So this stuff has crossed all cultures. What I'm saying is, you know how Martin Luther King say, it was his dream of the little white kids to be playing with
Yeah.
little black kids, and well, hey, that drill music has connected them.
Oh yeah. I mean, and see the thing between because people say,
Was
oh,
a negative.
because people said we used to watch real gangster rap, but gangster rap, a lot of these gangster rappers were not really gangsters. They might have had gangsters around them, or stuff like that. Like Snoop wasn't a real gangster. I mean, Snoop,
I mean,
Snoop was in it.
he it just, you know how gangs work. You know, he could have been in a
Yeah,
gang, but that don't make. I really being in a gang don't really make you a gangster. I hate to say
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Now drill music is different because drill music you have to do something. Drill music is I'm going to we just killed your boy. We just did a drive by and we're going to make a song about it. So that's a
Yeah,
difference between like drill music and gangster rap. It's more like you got to do something. If you ain't killing people, you ain't gonna be respected in this drill music. So and think about
yeah,
it. This is how it went to all the states in America. It's in Africa. I wish I could show the Jones. It's in Spain. It's in Turkey. I'm talking about it's Turkey,
wow.
motherfucker. Talking about killing and smoking and killing niggas and I mean Turkey is in UK. UK is real bad in it. It's in Spain.
Yeah,
It's
I
in
heard the
Mexico.
UK was
Like
real bad over there,
yeah,
like in England and shit.
it's in all them shits, man. It's in all over the place. Like when you look at the Chicago shit, they fans be all in Africa, like everything, man. Like it's like these like Chicago like them underground rappers have taken over rap. It's not people not talking about the mainstream people no more. Half of these people they
Yeah.
be looking at they ain't even signed. These motherfuckers don't be signing nothing. They just YouTube famous.
Thanks to Jay Z, all your old school rappers are a thing of the past, buddy.
Yeah. They literally had a dude on here. He was famous on social media. He was a straight killer. They call him the Grim Reaper. No, they call him the Grave Digger. You see what I'm saying? They say
Wow,
he died. He got killed at 27, but they say he killed up maybe up to 40 people. You know what I'm saying? But he
wow.
never rap. He didn't rap or nothing. But he was famous just like these rappers. Like people loved him on social media. He was famous on YouTube. Like everybody wanted to know about him. He didn't make
That's
one rap
crazy,
song.
bro. And these are your
Yeah,
heroes. You hear
yeah,
what I'm saying? I mean, I hate to say it, but see, Jesus need to come and do something about that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I agree with that one.
I was waiting for the Papa to say
I heard it.
something. Where you been at, Mike?
I lost the link. I just been listening, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how people just be rapping about killing each other. Just doesn't seem, and that's wild.
I mean, because because really is power. Like in Chicago, like they said, man, they said you could be a dirty dude. You could be dirty, stinky. You ain't have no clothes. You can't dress. But if you kill, you get all the women. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
So that's what men think about it. Like the Dave Chappelle said, it the greatest. If it weren't for women, man, we'll be sleeping in a most of us sleep in a cardboard box outside. The reason we get houses and cars and money is because we want to get women. I ain't saying every man, but the average man. The average man gets fresh, get jewelry, get all this stuff to try to impress women.
It's all worth it in the end, huh?
Yeah.
Divorce.
I'm about
I
to. I'm
already
about
got
the
one of
only
those.
guy. I'm the only guy to be peacocking for myself because I sure don't do it for no woman.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
just
I'll
reach
be
a
out here
point in
fresh.
life where,
I'll be out here fresh as hell.
come
Yeah.
on, man,
Yeah. I don't do nothing for women either like that. It's just
dime a dozen, bro. I respect all people, but
but
Hey,
we know
simping
how
to
that,
be,
addicted
hey, be
we know
quite
how
honest with him. To be quite honest with him, I get super fresh to tease him. You
yeah
can't have me.
we
Hey,
know
look,
the
you.
shit.
Hey, this fresh nigga right here, you can't have him.
But I because you from the hood like I'm from the hood, so how much this be for real? How much beef and murders have been over women?
A lot.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it did transform to a much more sinister thing now
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
because these women right here will intentionally go over and sleep with the ops.
yeah,
Matter of fact, I just got a call today from my own personal squad, right?
yeah.
And I was told, one of my cousins is a rap legend. You know what I'm saying? And I was told that one of our homies went over to one of my cousins' crib and seen my other cousin over there with one of the homies' girl. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But he didn't know that was the homie girl, but the girl knew who he was because my cousin's a legend. So my cousin did a rap with one of the homeboys, and I guess he listened, letting his boy hear the song, and like, "Dad, you got a song with Malik? You got a song with Malik?" So she went and sought him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's inside the crew. These women here now is when worse than that. They'll go to the dude who
Sleep
I'm
with the
actually
ops on
sleeping with.
purpose. That's just down low
Yes,
dirty, man.
Yeah.
yes.
Think about it. The whole NBA boy and Vaughn beef was over Vaughn trying to make a song with NBA boy, baby mama. He had a video with somebody laying in the bed, and people were saying it was the NBA young boy, baby mama. So NBA young boy got mad because they kept trying to troll him. So he ended up taking Vaughn girl and making a song with her, and then it just started.
Hey,
Beef started over that.
but when I got the call as an elder, I counsel both men because both of y'all are close to me, right? I
Yeah,
just told y'all, man, hey, whatever y'all do, man, just keep it alpha, bro.
yeah,
I mean, because at the end of the day, man, what real advice do I give grown men after the nation has fallen to whoredom?
yeah. It's hard. It's
Huh?
hard. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's hard. It's like I can't. I don't even look at I don't look at marriage the same as I used to. I don't look at relationships the same as I used to. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Only thing advice I could tell a man is, man, don't y'all niggas kill each other over these hoes, man.
Yeah. You married? You married, Mike?
I was for 6 years in my 20s, 22 to 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was with somebody for 12 years.
yeah, man. Well, I mean, this is what happens when the world doesn't serve God, man. It serves wickedness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Yasha said, what can he give advice to a grown man when it's given into the hands of whoredom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Repent?
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's like you can. It's like it's the morals are gone in this world. It's like it's just gone. There's no more
Well,
morals.
all we can control is how we're loving people, respecting people, and treating people the way I would like to be treated. Might sound
Yeah.
corny, but that's the truth.
But they think what it is that these beta males have tricked the world, man, into thinking that the weak man is the nigga who ain't getting no coochie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man. With a nation full of straight whores, you mean to tell me I'm weak because I'm not getting no something that can be easily obtained?
Yeah.
I think the strength is abstaining from that easy wicked shit.
Yeah.
That's where the power come in at.
Yeah. I do.
That's a fact, man.
That's what the
Willpower.
discipline. Yeah. And an undisciplined man is a weak ass man, man.
You want to get
Yeah.
disciplined? Start fasting.
Yeah, because I know when I got divorced, I went celibate for like 3 years, and people was like, "Why?" I said, "Because if I control my sexual urges, man, I can control anything in my life."
Yeah.
Period.
Dude, I'm pretty sure fornication is talked about a lot in the Bible, and it has dire consequences.
Yeah.
As far as unless I read it wrong, I don't think I did.
Who you gonna let run your business? The man who got all the holes, or the man who it displays control in front of you?
Second one, obvious. Self-control. That's a fruit of the spirit. Galatians
Yeah,
5:22. Temperance.
yeah.
That's
Them
why I
niggas,
respect the monks so much.
yeah. The guy
I mean,
chasing all the holes got his priorities messed up.
he's
Yeah,
thinking
I
with the
would.
wrong head.
Yeah, I will respect the priests, but you know, they do other things.
Oh
Man, you
my
see the
God!
Christian church in Africa? It said, the
They
Lord
need a
said, let me
street.
suck on your titty and piss on you. That's what they be doing in Africa.
And,
Shit, they need to be rebuked.
yeah, them priests. Yeah,
Yo, Africa's done lost its damn mind. I seen a guy
They
in
need to be,
cables getting lifted through the roof.
they need to be rebuked and reproved.
yeah,
Well, didn't Job say the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked? It hasn't changed.
Mm-mm.
Bible also says when the
Hey,
wicked
hey,
rule,
hold up. You got to let that say that again and just let that sink in.
well,
And just
Job
think
said,
about and when you say that, open your eyes up and look around you. Get a real. We
I
say
think it's
that
Job
again about the
chapter
earth
8.
being laid in the hands. So what it say?
I think it's in Job 8. He said, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. And when the wicked rule, the earth mourns. But when the righteous rule, the earth rejoices.
Well, not this time because if the righteous rule right now, the earth will kill them.
That's a good point. But he said, the earth's been given into the hands of the wicked. It hasn't
Oh
changed
yeah,
guard yet.
yeah. See, the wicked has to be cast into hell first. Remember that scripture there? The wicked shall be cast into hell, and all nations that forgot about God, and all people that forgot about God. You
yeah,
see, that has to happen first before the righteous can inherit. You see what I'm saying?
I do. Some Revelation 19 wine press of the wrath of God kind of stuff.
And one thing I know that Eric was talking about wickedness and the importance of our being as prophetic men. You did,
yeah.
hey, the wicked are being cast into hell, brother. Look at that brother we was just talking about. You mean tell me you going to create this wicked ass song and probably didn't even live a year after that?
Yeah, yeah,
That's the wicked being cast in the shields, the wicked being sent to their damn grave.
yeah,
That's what the Bible says is going to happen to the wicked. The wicked will be sent to their grave. And y'all out here playing with God like them words don't mean nothing.
Hear
That's
this. You better
crazy.
hear him talking, man.
That's crazy.
yeah. I'm looking for that verse now. I'm gonna put it on my Facebook.
Which one?
I'm looking for both of them. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay.
Yeah.
It's Job 9:27. That's what that verse is.
Job 9:27. Hey, y'all
Yeah.
hit that like button, y'all who listening. We is just so talking and enjoying the flow. I'm forgetting all about the audience. You all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We trying to get these likes up so we can get into the algorithm. That's one thing that another reason why we probably not getting into the algorithms because we're not promoting these likes. All of you all
Yeah.
who watching the live, who watching the replay, you know what I'm saying? But hit that like button. Give us some love over here so we can get in them algorithms.
Yeah. And
I
stop
hit the
liking
like button.
our Facebook shares. We when we share our YouTube on the Facebook, stop liking the Facebook. Like the YouTube. Click
Yeah, go
inside.
straight to the YouTube.
Yeah.
We
Click
don't we
on the
don't
end
get
of
count,
YouTube.
we don't get counted for those Facebook shares.
What do you mean by Facebook shares? Like
When you
people
watching on
sharing this on
Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah, like if you go on Facebook, like say if when I post a video on Facebook and you like it on Facebook, you push the
Oh, they
like on
don't. Yeah,
Facebook.
it doesn't transfer.
Yeah, it don't transfer over to YouTube.
Yeah.
The views of now you can watch it 5 times and the views will pass over, but the actual likes won't. The likes will actually those are Facebook likes that you're giving us. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it helps with the Facebook algorithm.
Yeah, we don't really care about the Facebook because you don't get no benefit from it anyway. It's just
Yeah, right.
Plus,
Well,
plus, if you post every day, you gonna get Facebook algorithm anyway. Facebook ain't
yeah,
stingy with the algorithm.
yeah,
You
well,
know,
did I think the Bible said, "Don't grow weary in well doing," is because no good deed goes unpunished. I mean, the earth doesn't reward righteousness, so it's hard to be a believer in 2024. But you gotta have faith
wow,
because he says the love of most will wax cold. I mean, it's a cold, nasty world out there. So to stay
yeah,
strong in the faith is very difficult. Takes
yeah.
discipline.
It kind of like Eric was kind of like putting it on me the other day. He was rubbing it on pretty thick, man. He was like, man, if you were in line with the holy men of God, what do you think that you're supposed to be successful in this world?
No, did that answer it?
Hey, hey, would a devil in hell let Jesus persevere?
I mean,
If
man,
Jesus
I
was
pray for
in
you,
hell,
brothers. I pray for all the good. I pray for all good people. I pray for everybody, but this is a damn shame.
any righteous person in the midst of hell, their job is to burn you.
yeah.
Well, our job's to love them back. Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And I gotta say too, man, all y'all men out here that's watching that Drake video of his thing.
Oh, here goes
Um,
Eric. I gotta go again.
y'all need to y'all need to check y'all sexuality, man. That's all I can say.
Man,
oh,
Eric, you banned from the podcast, bro.
Because this is
oh
this is
man,
really
hey, you exposing them to the world because I didn't know he was out here freaky deaking like that.
yeah. They got a video of him holding this thing, and then
Next
all
thing you
these
know, P
dudes
Diddy's gonna be there with Steve Harvey.
and all these dudes, even Shannon Sharp, talking about how big it is, and I'm like, what? Why is man going on another man video to see how big his thing is
Shannon
and talking
Sharp
about
talking about how big or not. Oh,
it?
Shannon Sharp. Hey, can you send me that link? I'm gonna go.
And just like what the Anchorman said, go F yourself, San Diego.
Hey, it was something that you were supposed to send me today, Mike. What was it?
Oh, Vocab Malone.
Oh yeah, let us in on that.
Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw
But
the
yeah,
brother
go ahead.
Judah
Go ahead.
Nazareth. He was opening up about Jesus. It was pretty cool. You can find it on Vocab's channel, but they had a good
What
conversation.
do
You
you
said who?
mean that he was opening up about Jesus? What did that mean?
Just his dialogue, like he was more open to the fact that
Oh,
like Jesus was who he says he is. You
he
know,
going back. He going back to elementary. Yeah. Oh
but
yeah.
I don't know Judah Nazareth personally, but
Hey,
he seems like he seems like a
Vocab
pretty
Malone
good dude.
turning you Israelite niggas out. Y'all can't pay him to come over here and talk to me.
I'm about to call him Dom. We about to call him Dom Magic One or this like
Hey,
that.
we got him on tape saying that he's supposed to come over here and holler at me. We're gonna see how long that's gonna
Nah,
last.
he ain't. Yeah, I'm coming on here if you do that.
I bet you he become more Jewish before I become more Christian after this conversation. I
Man, y'all
guarantee
crazy
you
as
that.
hell.
Hey, I'm gonna have you coming on here trying to usurp Jews. Man, you gonna be ashamed of yourself when you leave this goddamn show.
Didn't
Come
you know
on,
Jesus was white?
come on, Judah Naz. What you doing, Judah? I thought Judah Naz. I thought you. I don't know what is going on, man. What's up, Zion, Judah?
Well,
These
you know
niggas,
what's great about being able to have a
I
conversation like
wanna
this,
be, I wanna be
especially
saved.
between races and believers, whatever, we're grown men, we believe what we believe. But the most important part is that we can come together and have a civil conversation as friends. The world can't do that.
Should I save him? What? I wanna be
And the saddest part is, why can't the world just have a conversation, even if they have
Them
different
boys,
beliefs?
them boys want to be saved.
Um, I mean, I don't need to have it because I grew up.
You can call this the United Nations.
I grew up already.
We
Had
were
that.
raised right.
I don't want to go backwards on my stuff. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just keep
No,
going.
I hear you. I hear you. Keep your eyes, yeah, keep it moving. Forgetting
I
those
mean, I
things which are
mean,
behind and
I mean,
straining
Judah Nash.
towards
I
those things
mean,
which are ahead.
Judah Nash thinks which color is the Messiah, anyways. I mean, he ain't.
Well, I definitely think he was a black man.
He thinks some dude
Definitely
named
dark.
Onisis is the Messiah. So I don't even.
He definitely wasn't no blonde hair, blue eyed surfer from California.
Who this guy? Who Nisus is? What was his name? Y'all see? Onisis.
He was like one of the last high priests or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he think he was the Messiah. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, one time I think I heard the brother talking about some random guy being the Messiah on the
Yeah.
HOK. I'm like, I don't even know what he's talking
I
about.
don't know, man. I can't really say, man. What they did, I seen all these guys claiming shit until they met Vocab Malone.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
vocab convert you heathen, you heathen Jesus Israelites. And you non you my bad, you non-Jesus Israelites. That he turning you boys out.
Yeah.
well, I would say, regardless if someone believes in Jesus, his message was good. You got to be a devil to say that's a negative message.
Who for
Uh.
Vocab Malone?
Nah, Christ.
Oh well.
And
There's a
what he
lot
taught.
there's a lot of devils out here, bro.
Well, he taught people to respect each other, man, and not like they listened.
Hey, and if you would have watched that video, my man just said he was a demon. So if in that rap song, my man said how he said, Eric, and we all demons.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He said ever since 12. No, he said He said ever since 12 we've been hell. Hold on. Ever since 12 we've been demons. Ah.
That's crazy, bro.
Something about something we in hell and we all demons.
Yeah. Yeah. We already. Ever since. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me do it on my phone real quick. I can tell you exactly what he said. FBG.
So my point is, you calling a man a demon who knows he's a demon, that shit don't mean nothing to him. That shit only hurt fake. That only hurt fake religious folks when you call them demons.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yash is talking too real right now. He's like, you think they're offended?
Let me see what he said. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, so let me throw up, bro. I said, kick on them. If we ever said it's up that bitch, I swear to God we mean it. We already in hell, bitch, since 12 we been demons. Ever since I signed the deal, all these bitches on my penis. Boy, you ain't gonna squeeze it, you around for no reason. Boy, what block you from? Let us know so we can spin it. Made Chicago legend, shit, that was just about business. Said I won't go this to dead, and okay, I did it. But nigga, fuck T-Roy and OD them dead bitch. You heard about Jake Money? Yeah. Niggas getting dead the same way. Bitch, don't play with games. You don't want Lil Bro in your gang way. I know you heard about Lil Bro, yeah. They left his shit by a tire. Bullets was hitting him, he was singing like Mariah. Yeah, you heard about your I know that hurt the heart. He probably walking listening to his iPod. Yeah, you heard about Lil Steve. Yeah, I heard about that too. But fuck him though, he'll pack 2 beats. If we ever said it's up that bitch.
All right, save us from that nonsense. What
Cut
in
that
the
shit
hell?
off, man. Man, if you don't cut that
you
shit
call that
off.
music, bro? That just ruined my whole night.
Yeah, that's the song they got him killed. They said they got him killed.
Imagine bumping that
After
in your whip.
12, we already in hell, and we already in hell is after 12, we all demons.
Yeah, he says ever since 12 we've been demons. We already in here since 12 we've been demons.
Well,
And he's naming people that him his gang and all them killed. So he's naming dead people. So all the people you hear him naming, he naming dead people.
And Mike
That's
gonna call
crazy.
him a demon. He don't give a goddamn shit about what he had to say. Hey, thank
All
you.
right, fellas. I
Hey,
think I'm
hey,
gonna
hey, Mike.
pop
Hey,
off
look,
here.
Mike.
I'm
Hey,
tired.
Mike. Look, he looking at you like, "Thank you for recognizing me."
Yeah, he's like, thank you for the compliment, you
Yeah.
bastard. So when are we doing this again, fellas?
I don't know, man. Whatever y'all want to, man, set it up, man. Yeah, but we can't go ahead and shut it down, man.
Yeah,
We've been on here a little long.
I gotta get up at 6 in the morning.
All
All
right,
right.
brethren. Be safe. Be blessed.
Till we meet again.
Peace, peace.
Much love, much respect to the planet Earth. Salute.
Shalom.
Wow.